And it's out of focus, of course. Let me see what I can do about it. Yeah, great. Stop getting out of focus. Yeah, it's getting annoying and ridiculous. Anyway, hello everyone, welcome back. I am trying a new format. So yeah, let me know what you think about it. First of all, we'll start right here. Let me just mute my monitoring of the microphone so it won't disturb. Yeah, we'll just start with some gaming news, right? We'll see how this more casual approach of reacting to YouTube videos and gameplay will go. So let's just see what's Bethesda been up to recently. Let's see right here. Right. So yeah, this video is from Juicehead. So Fallout 76 is planning a new update, and who knows, maybe we'll return to that game at some point.
Ago, Bethesda
Let's
started
see.
teasing something. From interviews, we started hearing about Fallout 76's biggest update ever. Something even bigger than Wastelanders coming this year. And even in game, the Mothman Cultist Bridge started expanding towards the west, and now the cultists have left altogether. That something ended up being Ohio, or more specifically, Fallout 76's Burning Spring.
Fallout 76 Ohio. You are not ready for this. So let me guess, the twist is that Ohio was completely protected and nothing bad happened. It's just how it evolved. Alright. Actually hold up, let me check the comments. Bethesda added a less toxic Ohio. Yeah, just off the bat with the Ohio roasting. It's nice that they added a new location, especially since it's free. Right, let's see what else it's about it. So far, bonus points, credit where credit is due. Yeah, let's keep playing it.
Exact same day as season 2 of the Fallout TV show, and that'll be relevant
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. Right. People would watch the show, and by the way, I enjoyed the show really much. Very much. Yeah. Despite all of the retcons claims and the fact that they made a canon ending to the Fallout 4 with the Brotherhood of Steel being the canon ending. I much prefer the Institute ending, but hey, what you can do. I guess the Brotherhood is canon now, and maybe, I don't know, it's not yet confirmed. Maybe they even confirmed the ending of Fallout New Vegas by the courier would help Mr. House if it's still alive. Yeah, that's the only way Mr. House would be alive in the show. Alright. Let's let the guy that's better at talking talk.
As this update does take some major inspiration from the show in more ways than one.
That's great.
Time nor inclination to chit-chat. Find me at the last resort in Highway Town.
Bethesda just invited me to a preview event for Burning Springs.
Okay, so the fact that they are combining the hype of the show and the game and putting the show in the game somehow, because the ghoul apparently just lived through the ages, so it's not that crazy for the ghoul to be. Yeah, he doesn't know about Lucy and all of the vault inhabitants, and maybe maybe the vault will be a part of the game at some point, but not the residents that are in 76. Yeah.
Got to play several hours of this new DLC.
Right, so this was playtested.
I paid for my own travel and accommodation around this event, but Bethesda did provide me with food and drink as well as a very interesting gaming experience. And I'll say it now, come December 17th, a lot of you are going to be reinstalling Fallout 76 for this update.
Yeah, probably
really the biggest
myself included.
We gotta talk about that one. So even just going to Ohio right at the bat, something really
Ohio.
interesting is happening, as Bethesda is finally exploring new lore and factions here. Okay, so there's one familiar face, but most people are totally new.
Right.
Something happened to Ohio. You can just visually see this running around the new region, which is directly connected to the main
Alright, so somewhere over in there.
Like a desert at times with an overt redness coming through in some areas. And there is
Yeah, but what did they change from the regular Ohio?
here. I only got some brief glimpses at this during my demo, but lore-wise it seems like something spilt in Ohio. There are notes mentioning the water turning red as well as the ground turning, and you can find new intel all over the place that may somehow be related. So Ohio isn't doing very well, and you could definitely see and feel that in game, partly because it's now ruled by the Rust King, as well as the newly added Rust Raiders, some of the very commonly seen new bad guys that will occupy this region. This is a really great hands-on in that you weren't really directed to do anything, we were just plopped in with a character and free to do what we wanted. And at the preview event, everyone was playing on the same server. But for me personally, I chose to progress the main story of this DLC as much as possible, and this story is definitely unique. It seems like relatively early on, you have some encounter with the Rust King, this super mutant enemy that's kind of the big bad or maybe big ally of this DLC. But either way, the Rust King has a major impact. You can find several people all throughout.
You see, the fact that we have this creator right here, the fact that we have this creator, Juicehead, confirming that the story is good. It's a sign of good faith, and another good sign is that the story has a good villain. Now, how good is the story and how good is the villain remains to be seen in December of this year. Yeah, we're definitely going to have a nuclear winter. I don't know, depends. Maybe the hype dies down, but I doubt it because the show will come out, and of course I'll definitely watch the show. Probably not live. Yeah, I could get in some problems about it. Yeah, anyway, let's keep on going.
That are very upset with the king and what his raiders have been doing to this area. And these raiders seem to have a bit more going on.
Okay, so they're like mini bosses.
King's all about power and dominance. His raiders going on patrols as well as occupying many of the new locations in Bitter Springs. And it seems like they have some kind of new ability where they get empowered or maybe even just a battle cry. It's pretty cool and definitely stand out from some of the other raiders in game. But as you try and do some of the story content,
it's a good thing that they stand out. If we had enough of copy-pasted enemies, if you add something, at least make sure it's unique, and I'm glad they did at least that.
Something interesting happens as I had to do a plethora of challenges. A core part is the new player hub with Highway Town. We'll talk a lot more about this later. Within this is the ghoul, because, yeah, the ghoul from the Fallout TV show will be in, and yes, this is voiced by Walton Goggins.
That's great.
Got business, keep on walking.
Keep on walking.
You still interested in taking a bounty?
Still interested in taking a bounty? That's how I picture him.
Respect I was looking for.
That's how I picture him talking.
Contracts right there.
So now, of course, as far as lore implications, how
Right.
is the ghoul appearing in Fallout 76, and then also the
If any of you still care about the lore of the game. There have been so many retcons, and yeah, people are kinda mad about it, but yeah, it's definitely something. Yeah, people definitely enjoy the vault lores and how the greedy corporations run the country into the ground. And basically the show revealed that, spoilers, if you haven't watched it, yeah, the show revealed that the companies actually started the war. It wasn't China, even though the main creator of the franchise in Fallout 1 and 2 intended to be China. They kinda changed it because it was a gray area where nothing yet was yet confirmed, so they went a bit off the beaten path. Yeah.
TV show, but this does kind of make sense. Fallout 76 is about 200 years prior to the events of the TV show.
I
so
see.
the ghoul got ghoulified and then had a few decades to make his way over to Ohio. We didn't get an explanation on why, and honestly, we probably won't get an explanation. The ghoul is going to give you bounties, and there's going to be two types of bounties which are a major part of the gameplay. Grunt hunts are these simple.
Hold up, I don't know how this song might come out, so let me just change it right here. Let me add something. Yeah, let's add something more chill right here. Okay, select and remove this. Okay, great. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check not the music not to be too loud.
Bounties that you can
Alright,
just endlessly
give me
grab
a
from
second.
the ghoul, and they're really what you'd expect. Some enemies
Technical
somewhere surrounded by
difficulties.
slightly weaker enemies. The bounty typically has an effect which is
Yeah,
fun.
it's not that
Here,
bad.
I'm taking on Swift-Footed Outlaw, where he basically has speed hacks, or during my own gameplay session, I had a resilient bounty leader, meaning that to
That's great.
actually finish things off and claim the bounty, I need to use a melee attack to finish them
And
off.
in case you didn't notice, he's in a party, but he's doing this solo. So he gets benefits from the party. I don't know, exploration team, yeah, you get a bonus on endurance for each member. If I remember correctly, it was a long time. It was a year ago, maybe, when I last played. Alright. And we just used the casual for the intelligence bonus, because intelligence makes you rank up faster experience.
Definitely upped the challenge and made the entire experience a lot more interesting. It's nice
Right.
that the bounty leaders have these extra effects on them.
It's definitely
And I
nice.
encountered another that would heal themselves and allies, making the fight overall take a lot longer. But outside of just
It's like they have legendary effects of the weapons. So maybe they would drop... Yeah, maybe why not? Why not just drop the weapon that gives them that legendary... What was it that heals? Vampirism. Yeah, I mean, it's not that overpowered in the game anyway, so maybe it's a new way to farm legendaries. And from what I remember last time, because I didn't catch that, they made... I always miss the quality of life changes that I wanted from the game as soon as I quit the game. That happened with Elder Scrolls, and now it's happening with excuse me, Fallout 76. Right, so apparently they made the legendaries a little less of a pain. You can farm and destroy the ones that you don't like and get some powder, and you can craft the ones you like. If you found something similar, you know, you can destroy it to learn how to craft it as well. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll check it out later this year. Not the next one. We'll see.
one of these simpler grunt hunts, there are also larger head hunts. And to do these, you're going to need to pay the ghoul 5,000 caps, basically being the limit on...
That's a lot, 5,000 caps, and let me tell you why. because there is a limit on how many caps you can get in the game. So the maximum is 20,000 caps. So paying this is like paying a quarter, I believe. Yeah, a quarter of your total maximum available caps, right? Most people don't stay on the maximum, because if you get money and you are already on maximum, you cannot get that money, so you're basically losing money. So most people would stay around 10 to 15, most veteran players, right? And that's another problem to wrap your head around, because there are some legendaries that are worth more than 20,000 caps that are selling them, and I have no clue how they're selling them, probably with multiple accounts and have a separated accounts just for holding money. Yeah, that's probably how they do it. Anyway, I'm not going to... Yeah, this is not really a game to try hard on. To try hard... Yeah, to try hard. It's... what can I say? It's... If I'm going to return to this, I'll just have a casual experience, and I'll not try hard as much. I already have a few meta weapons, but obviously I'll try to get a new one. Right.
How often you could do these. This will be a more proper bounty, and it'll trigger a public event that will call the entire server to help you take down this more difficult bounty. And these are truly awesome because they utilize a ton of different themes and effects in game. I went up against Cowgirl Jane, who was dressed as a cowgirl using a revolver and all, but also had a ton of gunslingers spawning around her. Sometimes the effects are hard to discern, but the boss might have had some kind of aim bonus here, and of course a ton of extra HP. We tried to claim the bounty on the Mechanist as her reprogrammed Protectrons fought against us, and a bunch more. During my session, I encountered Granny Gale, as well as her grandma-themed enemies, the Piranha and Fisherman, and a bunch more. I probably did about 5 to 10.
So from what I am getting at, they either reusing some of the dungeon bosses, maybe, I don't know, I haven't played a lot of that thing, right. So yeah, they're either reusing old bosses or making new ones. Either way, it's a good thing.
Of these headhunts all throughout, and every single time we saw a different theme on the enemies. Quite a few of these got a laugh out of the entire preview room, as someone would basically call out, "Hey, here's the boss, come check him out," and his unique design. It was genuinely one of the most fun ways to experience these new events in Fallout 76. And despite it just being take down this enemy, I honestly had a ton of fun. I feel like these events were suitably challenging, so the entire server kinda needed to be involved.
I see.
Occasions, it was basically just a shooting gallery with several people all focusing down the bounty leader at once. So these bounties are an interesting mechanic, as to progress this new main questline as a part of Bitter Springs, you'll have to do several of these. That's what you're seeing in the background now. But it'll also just be a general new feature of Fallout 76 with the Ghoul, where you can just always do bounties if you want to. But further to progress the questline, there's a new bounty challenge type, requiring things like complete a bounty, wound 25 enemies, take out 15 enemies with explosives, etc. Pretty similar to some of the...
It also has some sort of battle pass challenges, right?
Existing challenges in Fallout 76. But part of the main Bitter Springs questline is having to complete a certain number of these challenges. So like this eventual big meeting with the Rust
that's the grindy part nobody really likes.
Feels very MMO-esque.
Yeah, MMO-esque. And by MMO-esque he means a waste of time that's manufactured. Either to sell you a way to skip the grind or to bump up those player numbers. Either way, it's manufactured for not for your enjoyment. It's not manufactured for the player's enjoyment most of the time. So yeah, we'll see.
To cripple a bunch of people to get the next quest. I think a lot of these single-player Fallout fans.
I'm sorry, cripple. Did you catch to that? Cripple was censored.
Cripple a bunch of people.
I had to blank a bunch of people. I see, yeah. Man, the censoring on This thing is getting wild. I mean, come on, it's not vulgar.
To get the next quest. But I think a lot of
It's
these
not
single-player
derogatory,
Fallout fans
it's not calling anyone, it's describing an action, it's a verb.
that return for this DLC are not going to like
Yeah, I
that.
don't understand
There
that.
was a good amount of content beyond that, but the challenges took about 20 to 30 minutes, and I didn't even do this entire quest line, I don't
Right.
think. That said, the bounties are still very fun at first, and doing the challenges while you do the initial bounties, even with a couple of friends, is a pretty fun way to play Fallout 76. Eventually, though, things
Yeah,
do
that's the
become
problem. In today's day and age, we don't really have friends. Yeah, ever since COVID. Yeah, it's kinda hard to get together, find people, and mess around in a game. I don't know, maybe we'll play it together. I'll play it with some of you when it comes out, but we'll see.
a more story focus, as you must recruit several
I do remember trying to donate some of my useless, not really useless, but the power armors that I didn't, that I no longer used, and the players were quite confused. But after donating a few, yeah, they were incredibly excited. Yeah, I would have donated more, but I ran out of power armor suits, and people would do that to make you understand why everyone is so generous in this game. Yeah, there's a limit on how much trash, how many things, weapons, everything it's weighted, and that's why people want to get rid of it, you know. Yeah, I'm not, I was about to just delete them, just to throw them in a bag and quit the server, but yeah, I remember wasting an hour trying to give a set of power armor away. Yeah, it was not worth it.
characters to go up against the Rust King. All of this being led by someone new you meet in Highway Town. I won't spoil what happens here, but Bethesda clearly lays things out where you could end on good or bad terms with the Rust King, who is some kind of intelligent super mutant that's focused on power and dominance above all. Honestly, I didn't get much backstory from the Rust King. About 2/3 of the way through my play session, I was able to complete the questline with the Rust King, and
I see.
got a generic, hey, I'll see you later, or I'll contact you at a later time. It's not really clear if that's the end of the questline for Bitter Springs. Is more coming as a part of this update, or is that a future update? And that's where things around the scope of this update do get interesting. As far as story content goes, I only actually played 1 to 2 hours and then hit a blocker.
Right.
I didn't start from the very beginning, so there's likely more content there. But as of right now, I don't really know how much longer or shorter things actually are. But thankfully, the world, the new area of Bitter Springs
looks,
is also full of new interesting locations.
Well, to be completely insensitive, it doesn't look that much far off from what I've seen, what I've already seen. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's actually saddening that the world is slowly turning into Fallout 76, and without the nukes. Yeah, just people turning on each other. Yeah, it's they are not really focusing on advancing society. They bicker about pointless stuff that they shouldn't. What can I say?
Including quite a few Fallout TV show references. There's new regions clearly inspired by the Fallout TV show. They added
Yeah,
a super
that's
cool
good.
art, which looks great, and you could find those same freezers or cases that ghouls were trapped in Season 1, even finding some...
The Easter egg and nostalgia about from the show brought it to the game. That's a cool touch.
hostile ghouls here.
Cool touch. I did that unintentionally, then I realized the brilliance. Yeah, it's a cool touch because they are stored in a fridge.
Starlight Drive-In was added, which is a location we've seen
right.
in some of the leaked footage from Season 2. The Starlight Drive-In will even be a new workshop location in-game. And of course,
Oh yeah, that would be
it's not
nice.
really clear how much or how little of the
I started to claiming workshops in the game, and it wasn't that toxic. Yeah, you can. Yeah, people are not that toxic in the game. I remember being the most toxic one. Yeah, I just wanted to take a workshop from two lower level players, and it was easy. Oh yeah, they tried to take it back after. Oh man, yeah. They tried to take it back. They tried to take the workshop their workshop back for like 2 hours. They gave up, they left, and I was like, I'm bored, I'm no longer having fun if they don't want it, and I left as well. I was done for today. It's ridiculous. I was in it for the fighting, for the fun. I didn't really care about the workshop. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Yeah, I forgot. I had some good memories with that game. Yeah, it's nice to have come back to me.
Will be here. He has some nice dialogue in game, but it really seems like he's just largely going to act as the bounty hunter or really bounty giver. It didn't seem like a massive lore dump as far as I can tell, although I didn't see all of the new content, and either way, I still think it is fun to have crossovers with the show and even other games. I'm glad Fallout 76 is exploring new factions.
Let's see what else. We're probably not going to watch the whole video. You see the creator in here, you see the title, you can easily search it at any point. Let's see what else. New player hub, Deathclaw City. Oh yeah, that's definitely going to be cool. New interesting world, more content, and should you reinstall it? Remains to be seen. What else are you going to play after the show? You'll need your Fallout fix. So yeah, here is the creator if you want to go support him, like, or whatever, all that useful stuff. Let me see here real quickly. Right, give me a moment. How do I turn this off? Here we go. Yeah, I want to see where was I last in the Fallout 76 playthrough. Let's see it. What is my oldest video? I want to see my gear. The gear that I had last. So my last video was about launching a nuke. Alright, so let's check out. Alright, here we go. We'll just... Here we go. Window capture. Here we go. Great. Play.
Fusion cores, 2 weapons or weapon repair kits, enough ammo and some grenades for the rest of the mobs. This should be enough for the
yeah.
Scorch Beast Queen encounter. Go give it hell.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoyed this a lot, making songs, ordering songs with AI. Yes, I ordered it. I tell you, I need a song for this, and the AI delivered. Yeah, I wrote the lyrics, I can tell you that much. You'll probably realize because there are some terrible ones, but it suits me, I like it. Right. So we're definitely playing in power armor. And I think, yeah, I have the cremator. So my character will be quite powerful. How? Yeah, I cannot change my name for some reason. So I'm level 168. Yeah, that's quite good. Yeah, I think the cremator got patched, so we'll have to fire a new weapon. Alright, let's skip a little through it. Man, this was so Right. I was so proud of this work. Yeah, this was so cool. Hello, Olivia Peterson from Twitch. What is up? How are you doing today? Yes, so from what I've seen, we're pretty... what power armor is this? Yeah, I just want to see what kind of power armor I am wearing right now. I'm doing good. How about you? I'm going through the memory lane. Yeah, the new Fallout 76 has been announced, and I'm checking back on my old... here we go. On my old videos to see kinda where I'm at. Alright, so I believe this is the Enclave power armor. Come on, where can I have a nice good look at it? Probably somewhere in here. Let me
The map. I will
somewhere around in here.
use the vaults
Yeah,
for all the silos.
that's
And then we can launch a nuke.
not really a good armor, but it has a jetpack, and I mean it's not really good. It's pretty good. So you play other games besides Fallout? I've started playing GTA, Forza Horizon 5. I've played some Minecraft. Let me actually check it out. This would be much easier. Hold up a second. Playlist right here. Right, so where are we? Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I'm not going to return to this. Skyrim, Minecraft. I've played 4 videos of well, I've played throughout the entire of Fallout London, but I only made 4 videos and gave up. And Fallout 76, yeah, that as well. And right now, yeah, it's Forza Horizon and GTA, and we'll return to Skyrim today. Maybe we'll see. that would be odd if I wouldn't do that, you know. I just put the right here the Skyrim thumbnail, even though it's news, games, reacts. Yeah, anyway, so I'm definitely quite excited for the new Fallout 76 content, but I'm not going to reinstall right now. No, I have too many games giving me too much dopamine. I don't want to have a choice overflow, burnout, whatever. Right, I'm fine with all of those games. Yeah, what are we? Hello, Vizzy from Twitch. Hi, how are you? Individuals with unreliable or no video can select this badge. Do you react to music? No, because YouTube. Yeah, YouTube will copy strike my videos. So I just use their safe, uncopyrighted library when it's the case, and some AI stuff that I made. Yeah, I cannot react to music. I apologize. Yeah, the video would get copyright claimed, not striked. Right. Are you new to Twitch? This is my, let me see right here, 45 streams. So I've streamed 45 times so far. Yeah. What I'm going to tell you, it's definitely annoying to ravel in the bottom of the barrel. Most of the interactions, people are just trying to sell you something, and it's quite annoying because they start so nice. Yeah, they start so nice, and then, hey, you want to buy my art? I can do art for your channel, you know, like this thing that you are seeing. Give me a chance. It's so dystopian, you know. Every person you talk to, you think you are talking to a regular normal person. No, it's an ad. You are talking to an ad. It's Cyberpunk 2078 actually. Everything is an ad. Right. Okay, let's watch another video. Let me see here. What else it's in the news today? Xbox is dead from Charlie. Yeah, sure, let's watch this. Okay, let me just enable the window capture. So, alright, before starting this, a little context. I had Xbox Pass Ultimate for a year, and I unsubscribed because I didn't play it as much. I didn't have the time to play it. But while I was playing it, kid you not, I was just playing it with my hold up, let me take my camera. I was just playing it on my TV with my phone plugged into an HDMI. So I was having, I played Game Pass Ultimate on this phone, this exact phone that is now broken. can't have cameras on the back, so I got a new one. I've played it on the phone from their cloud, and I've played Forza Horizon 5, all of the Assassin's Creed games. I've played a lot of games through Game Pass Ultimate, even though it's not really available in my country. Yeah, I've watched a few YouTube videos, tutorials on how to make it work from whatever country you are on. Right, it's not really, I don't believe it's illegal, but it's not what you're supposed to do, I suppose. Yeah, anyway, let's watch this. So I've been a user when it was good, and I guess I'm qualified a little to talk about it. Yeah, even though that I no longer using it.
I used to love Xbox, man. What
Right.
happened to the game I used to love? What it has become is just embarrassing.
Alright,
Every
let's
step
see
of the
what
way,
it
they're
has
finding
become.
New lows to hit. Today, Xbox has announced a Game Pass change, and it's a doozy.
For the better, right? For the better.
A 50% price increase to the Game
50%
Pass
price increase, yeah. I'm going to talk about that at the end.
Ultimate tier.
Right.
Yeah, and it is revolting.
By the
It's
way, if you
going
don't have the ultimate tier, you cannot play in cloud. So that means you can still play, but you'll have to download the game on your hardware, and it might not run. Sadly, yeah. You just have it, but you'll have to run it on your own hardware. So that's why the ultimate, it's that much more expensive. It's actually using their servers.
out as well as me in a dunk competition. They have increased the price to $30 a month for the ultimate tier, and the two previous tiers for essential and premium are just not worth it. The ultimate tier is the only one that lets you get the games day one, and for a large number of people that was one of the main draws of the service.
Yeah, I mean, of course you would get it day one. What's the point then?
Here. And even though the Xbox catalog has been like a fucking Magikarp over the last few years, just extremely weak, the value you got out of Game Pass at the previous price point made up for it. Like, it was worth it, and it's something that I glazed quite a bit. But now at this price point, the fuck is the point in keeping it anymore? It's just not worth it, and a lot of people are now canceling their subscription to Game Pass.
Right. So a lot of people have been canceling their Netflix subscription, and people saw that thing and thought, oh, better buy Netflix stock now that it's low, and it got higher than it was before. Right, and so with so many other things. Right, so with EA, so with Ubisoft. Right, I don't know about the Ubisoft, but yeah, people will buy it when it's at their at the lowest price, in with the hope that it will get back up and they will turn out a profit. So it's controversial for a little, and then yeah, those companies fell upwards, you know. They don't fall downwards like normally. They fail and profit at the same time. Failure is intertwined with profit for them, so maybe that's a 5-head maybe this is a 5-head plan.
These price increases.
But yeah, I don't see how anyone would still buy this. This is no longer a bargain, you know?
It's just L after L for Xbox. Like, even just recently, they farted out a new price increase for the consoles in a time period where Xboxes...
Who even buys consoles anymore? Not even, yeah. I vaguely remember hearing people struggling to buy a PS5 because they were so rare. They weren't even talking about Xbox. Xbox was not even a choice. And then the PS5 Pro came out, and I don't know, can you even play with RTX on it? I know the games are optimized for the consoles, and most games are optimized for PlayStation, but yeah, I'm going to say this again. Personal computers, PCs, are so much cheaper. Well, from what I've seen around everywhere, I've watched a lot of Linus Tech Tips videos where he uses the money that the console costs to get a similar working PC. And come on, the thing is that the personal computer is not just a console. You can do work on it, and that's a bonus. For example, I cannot do all of this from a console. I can't live stream and do all of those things. I don't believe I can run OBS or run an operating system from a... So you're going to have a PC anyway, why not just invest in that PC? Not to mention that it's upgraded by parts, you know? So if it gets older, you can just buy the parts to kinda push its lifespan. I don't know, maybe double it, triple it, 10 times it? I don't really know, yeah. I'm definitely thinking about buying a new PC, and I was browsing the markets, yeah. Buying it from certified vendors, yeah, that's expensive. But what I've noticed and what I've heard everywhere, people all around me at work and everywhere, they just get super cheap power units of PCs from other people. Yeah, they just buy it second, all the unit combined, and just buy the broken part and replaced it, or the outdated part, yeah. So they check it if it's a good deal or not. People are selling PCs in this country for way too cheap, and I don't think that will be the case anymore since GTA 6 is rumored to be released, right? Yeah, people will start buying the cheap PCs just to be able to play the game, right? Let's see here.
Are like fucking fossils. Like, you can't give those bitches away sometimes. It's a console that doesn't have a whole lot of reasons to buy it unless your friends are already on it, but chances are your friends have already moved past it.
Right.
Being an Xbox fan in 2025 is like being a fidget spinner enthusiast. It's just not cool. It's lame. Like, it is...
From what I've seen, they are making a comeback. Yeah, I've heard something in the news about a guy breaking the world record on the fidget spinner, and some other guy used that to tune his Beyblade, right?
So far past its prime now, and it brings me no joy saying that, by the way. As I've always proudly stated, Xbox and Xbox 360 have been my favorite gaming experiences. Those two consoles, I think, are the most important pieces of, like, gaming hardware ever
Nostalgia.
made. But once the Xbox One came out, that's when it all went tits up, and it is not recovered.
Right.
You hate to see what Xbox is
Hold that thought, because I really need to go to the bathroom. So I'm not going to do a chair react. Alright, I'm going to let you watch my beautiful thumbnails. Yeah, I'll return in a minute. I'll be back shortly. Alright, I am back. So I don't really remember what happened with uh, Xbox One. They tried to make you always connected on the internet and had you buy a connect, I don't know, some sort of camera movement that had to be always on, always connected on the internet. And yeah, PlayStation won that war just by saying, yeah, we're not going to do all that. Yeah, I don't remember much. I try to delete, I try to forget, and it usually works. Yeah, I forget unpleasant memories. Anyway, I'll let him do the talking.
Anytime I talk about Xbox or like criticize a lot of the decisions they've made over the years, somehow there is still like this last holdout of warriors willing to fight Xbox's PR battles for them, even though the general Phil Spencer himself constantly throws himself pity parties on every podcast that will have him about how they've lost the console wars. Like, he himself recognizes how far behind Xbox has fallen and how brutal it's been for them. And it just somehow keeps getting worse, even though they have this like come to Jesus moment of, man, we really put our own dick in our ass here. They don't do anything to course correct. Like,
I guess it is what it is, you know. I guess we goofed up to bed. Yeah, we'll try. We won't even try next time.
Good decision a little while back that I praised a lot, where they dropped exclusivity. I think that is the brightest path forward for the industry, where every title hits every platform. So
I don't know, that's
consumers
arguable.
have their pick of playing it on their preferred.
I won't argue about it, but people said the best thing. Yeah, most people said the best thing came out the console wars and exclusivity. Right? It made it got out of the best, and yeah, we'll just let the man talk.
Platform, and Xbox was kind of pushing that, and I appreciated it.
Right.
But for every one step forward they've taken 20 steps back, and today it has been a catastrophic disaster for them, because now they're fucking their golden goose. They even posted a delusional video celebrating these Game Pass changes as if it's something that the community was asking for. It's so out of touch and tone deaf. Just take a peek at this.
Hey everyone, Xbox Game Pass is getting an upgrade.
Yay!
And now you have
You have listened to my feedback. Have you made it cheaper? That was my feedback.
freedom to choose how you play the games you want. We've expanded all Xbox Game Pass plans to give you more games and more ways to play.
That's
and
great.
more rewards than ever.
Sounds amazing.
Previously, Core was primarily for console, but Essential now lets you play games on Xbox console, PC, and cloud.
Wait, that already was the case. Actually, cloud, yeah. You can even do that on the phone, the cloud. That's what the cloud implies, right.
That means you have the freedom to stream and play on any supported device.
Yeah, that was already a thing. Hey, you know what? Now you can make fire. I know we've just discovered that a long time, but hey, in case you forgot, you can make fire.
And with cloud gaming, that includes a lot of devices.
So she goes through
Right.
each tier with the upgrades that have been introduced, the improvements.
They weren't introduced, they were already there. As I said a few years ago, I've played on my phone, alright?
That they've augmented all of this with, and I'm just not fucking seeing it. Like, it really just seems like you get the same.
Actually, hold up. The super glue stuck on my controller was from actually, let me show you that one. Yeah, it was for Xbox, alright. So I used to put my phone in here like this, like this. Okay, and just play like this, Xbox, right? What else can I say? Yeah, and I also played it on the TV screen. You can see right now in the reflection of my phone. So that was already there. It's nothing new. They're trying to tell it to you again like you have no clue. Yeah. What were they thinking? Hey, not a lot of people know about this. How about you sell it as new?
Deal, but with more money needed fucked over to achieve it. Like, the big thing that stands out to me is that they're putting more of a focus on, you know, PC gaming. So instead of it being all about console, now you get more freedom to play on PC and like the cloud stuff. But for people that are like Xbox heads, they don't give a fuck about that.
Right.
Like, they're not getting a much better deal. They're just having to pay more money for the deal. Like, it just doesn't seem worth it. And judging from the response from the community, almost nobody is defending it. I don't think there's anyone out there that actually thinks this is them listening to community feedback.
Who would
Because
defend
you
it?
need to pay $30 a month in order to like play Call of Duty Black Ops 7 on launch. Why would you do that? Why would you be paying $30 a month to then get access to a game day one? It's just,
You might
so
as well
fucking
just buy it on
expensive.
Steam.
At that point, you might as well just buy the game that you're interested in, as opposed to having this like ongoing
Right.
expensive subscription to Game Pass Ultimate for it. It's just not worth it. The value is not there. It does seem like it is now just a price increase without offering any real reason or justification to fork over those doubloons.
Right.
What the fuck is the point?
So the
Like,
point is, it gives you that kick in the ass you needed to just drop it, okay? And yeah, it was incredibly annoying to drop it, okay? When I dropped it, I still had to pay 2 more months. The month I dropped it and the month after that, and that was annoying.
Don't know where the spin is coming that they're trying to put on it. Like, this is what you guys been asking for. Everyone's been begging to give us more money. All of you are asking to pay more for Game Pass, and we said, fine.
Right, so
Yes, our hands are tied. We're reluctant to.
I'll let you, yeah, if you are interested in the end, I'll let you go check the video out, right. I'm not going to play it until the end, so if you are interested more about the topic, you will go watch and support this small creator that you see right here. He only has 17 subscribers. Would you look at this? Yeah, not like me, I have 78. I am the bigger man. Hold up, I am the bigger man now. Alright, so go do all of that cool stuff if you want to, right? So yeah, let's see. Yeah, what can I say? Well, while I am browsing for another video topic, so this just so this action will just remove the Xbox Game Pass option from a lot of people, right? They'll just especially with the Steam Deck, yeah, might as well just buy a Steam Deck and get games when they are on the discount, like I did with the Forza. Yeah, if you want portability, yeah, what can I say? Maybe not even a Steam Deck, yeah, just get a PC and yeah, why would it be worth it to have a Game Pass subscription? And right, so people, they're just going to drop it. Yeah, I don't see any other way. Actually, there kinda is a way. You see, Game Pass is not available everywhere. Alright, so where it's available, believe it or not, it has regional pricing to make it worth it. Of course, you're not going to charge American money to a poor country. Yeah, that's not going to work. So because the software, it's basically easily replicable, you know, it's just software, it's digital, it doesn't cost money to make it. You can sell it at any price, you see. They are willing to drop the price in certain poorer countries, so they would make some money. And what not most people, but what some try-hard savvy people that want to save a little money do, and I've also seen tutorials on YouTube about it. I'm not going to link it, I'm not really going to support it, I'm just telling you that it is something that's happening. I'll let you judge the moral ambiguity of this dilemma. But yeah, people just watch videos and figure out how to buy a subscription from Turkey, where I believe it's the cheapest. I don't know if it changed. I'll have to watch a video about that, but I am not interested in buying it at all. Alright, it's not a good deal. Some months I just pay for nothing because I don't have the time to play games. Some months, you know, I just too much stuff going on. Right, so that's what some people already do, and some people might start doing if they really want to stick with Windows, but Windows with the Game Pass, but it's not worth it the way Steam it is right now. And yeah, Steam is in some hot waters now with the hacked video game, you know, that was updated after it was approved, and it started to steal from a cancer charity, right? Steam needs to do something about that. Yeah, I'm definitely scared to play indie games now. Not that I would, not that I was even considering it. Right, I don't, not because I don't want to, but I don't have the time. So right now I'm playing games that I've already played, so I'm not even playing something new. Forza Horizon 5 I've already played, I finished it. So with the Skyrim, so with Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, I just want to have some fun, and I play some games that I forgot about, and I know they are kinda fun. Right, so we'll see. Right, let's react to another video right here from Uncle Navi. I really enjoyed this video. The streaming war is over. Piracy won. Let's see what he means by this.
Imagine paying $250 just to watch shows per month.
What? So from $30 games, now $250 a month. Yeah, I can see how.
Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO, Paramount, Hulu, and Amazon Video. Then add the stuff
Right.
even on those platforms.
I'm sorry, Mr. Whitaker, I couldn't hear you. What did you say?
I said, God help me.
And if you're like most people, and I know I am, you're probably paying so much per month that when you look at your credit card statement, you probably don't even understand why you're paying for half of the stuff that you're paying for.
Oh yeah, where is it?
So much per month that when you look at your credit card,
Yeah, those reoccurring subscriptions, they count on you forgetting about them. Yeah, I actually remember people on Twitter used to joke when a show was bad. They were like, "Oh, thanks for reminding me. I'm paying the subscription to your service. Thank you for reminding me by releasing this terrible show. I'll unsubscribe now."
statement, you probably don't even understand why you're paying for half of the stuff that you're paying for.
$30,000 in 1 month, Jordy? Huh?
Yeah.
And fucking $30,000 fucking dollars in 1 fucking month.
Those are your parents. They cannot believe it. Yeah, the thing that killed cable TV is actually more expensive than cable TV.
Meanwhile, while you choose to be a good, law-abiding human being,
Actually, they also give you advertisements, right? They still get advertisements and pay more for it. Owe nothing and be happy, yeah.
And the suit. I stole them both. A car from your wife, suit from your grandmother.
somewhere in the shadows, there's piracy. Quiet, messy, and controversial. Doing something
Right.
no one expected.
Very controversial.
But back in the day, we thought pirating movies and shows was over. But guess what? It didn't just
Might even be illegal, right?
survive, it adapted. And now it's coming back and it's getting bigger and bigger than anyone would have have ever thought.
Movie rights holders are now beginning to target people who illegally stream content online. This is being done with lawsuits that could cost thousands. And a Supreme Court of Canada ruling expected out today could potentially open the floodgates to even more court cases. It could also lead to a spike in your home internet bill.
Oh, right. They need to get the money somehow. If you are not going to pay them, they are going to get them from your internet bill, really.
One of the major reasons piracy started making a comeback is the fact that so many people are starting to feel broke. And it's not just some people, it's society itself.
Society.
When you take a step back, you realize that everything is expensive. Food, water, and living itself. And even breathing. So many people will tell you that it's not that bad, but guess what? It is.
And that's why minimalism is becoming so popular. Not only with PewDiePie promoting it right now. Yeah, with the energy. Yeah, we're not going to watch that. You can go watch it in your 82 subscribers. This guy right here is probably is a pro, right? It's yeah, he's very good, I'll tell you that much. He's so good, I am thinking he's done this before.
Internet swapping and trading of different things is pretty cool, man. Kids want to listen to music, you know. I don't think bands should be so concerned with making every penny that should be squeezed out of everything. It's like I want kids in Thailand to rock out when we show up in Thailand, you know. I don't care if they bought the record or not.
Right.
They load it off their computer, right on. If they taped it off their friend, right on. It means they like music. I think people are too concerned with, like, it's going to kill the record industry because we're not going to be able to make every penny.
So here's the deal. We thought streaming was meant to be a hero. Back in the day, we were happy that everything was so isolated in certain apps. We knew that.
Just like we are with everything new. We were happy with the AI, and now people are turning sour, you know? Who knows how long it will take until AI will do something like this, you know? Maybe not long with Sora 2, right? It's not available in my country. Anyway.
That we could go on one channel and watch the show that we wanted to watch, and that was the only place that we could go. And it felt wrong going anywhere else and watching that show because it felt criminal. And we thought streaming was gonna kill piracy completely off, and it was gonna give people affordable, legal, high-quality access to their favorite content. And for a while, it worked. People stopped stealing and downloading. They stopped going to shady sites and stopped digging through Reddit threads to find bootleg links to movies and shows
because you not only that you can get in trouble with the law, and you can get in trouble with scammers on the internet trying to steal your computer, steal your data, steal your money. That's why it's shady, you know. But it also felt wrong. You are dodging, you're getting on the internet, you want to watch a show, and you are dodging the people that made it, the law, the other criminals that try to steal it, and by some miracle you might just be able to watch a show. By that point the struggle, the effort is not worth the reward, so people just were very glad when they could just pay and feel good about watching a show, you know.
$7.99, Netflix gave you everything. Life was good and it felt easy.
Life was good. Right.
But then as time went on, the big studios got greedy. They looked at Netflix printing money and thought, we want what they have. Subscriptions, guaranteed money. So they all launched their own platforms. First it was Hulu, then it was Disney Plus, then it was HBO Max, then it was Peacock, then it was Paramount Plus, then it was Apple, then it was Discovery Plus, and then it was ESPN Plus, and then it was YouTube Premium.
No, I believe Premium was before many of those. Right, let's go.
Well, now it's just chaos. The pie that everyone wanted is now gone. We ended up getting crumbs that got scattered across dozens of different apps, and it became more expensive. Now the average person has to juggle 6 to 7 different streaming subscriptions just to keep up with the shows they already love. You want to watch
if they
The
have the money to afford it, all right?
Office? It's on Peacock now.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Yeah, it's so difficult to navigate around. I didn't even watch The Office, you know? Why go through all that trouble?
Watch the Game of Thrones, HBO Max, Stranger Things, that's still on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know how to say this. I give up before trying, you know, if it's accessible, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try. But the thing that most people don't realize, yeah, I haven't realized it until I thought it about right now. This watching a show, it also costs you time, you know? Is it worth my time? And if it's worth my time, then if it is worth my money when I have to do extra work, to waste extra time just to find a way and figure out a way how to watch it. Yeah, that's I'm just not interested. Yeah, that's another gate that people have to go through, and some people just give up and return, right? Yeah, hopefully we won't get copyright strike for this. I'm quite sure it's fine.
How many children are you friends with?
But wait, The Crown is only on Netflix, but outside the US in some regions. Because
Oh yeah.
want anime?
How is... Hold up a second.
You'll need crunch.
How is that the selling point of most VPNs? You watch your favorite creator and he makes an ad about a VPN. How is it the selling point of every VPN? Hey, you can watch Netflix from another country. Yeah, that's the selling point of a VPN. That's the first thing they say. You want to watch this show but it's not available in your country? Use a VPN. Hey, you know, not the safety that they... Well, at least I don't remember talking about the safety first. Maybe because it's not that safe and some of the servers got broken into. Right, and a lot of IP was stolen, and that was that, yeah. Haven't heard anything about it since, so I guess that's good. I think, yeah, they got a handle on it. So the fact that the selling point of most VPN is, hey, you can bypass Netflix bullshit, yeah. This is annoying.
You need high dive. You want K-dramas? Then you need Vicky. You want sports? Well, good luck.
You want to have a personality, it will cost you. What is your personality? Are you a sports guy? Are you an anime degenerate? It'll cost you if you want to feel special, you know?
Give you some perspective. I know you think this is overwhelming. The average person in the US spends close to around $508 a year, and that's just $48 a month just
And y'all still can't afford houses.
on streaming subscription. That number right there, yeah, it puts it into perspective, doesn't it? The system that was supposed to replace cable just became cable again, except this
Cable
time,
too.
it's even less convenient, it's more expensive, more restrictive, and more annoying.
Electric Boogaloo.
Are looking for another option again, and waiting
Right.
in the shadows was piracy. But this isn't piracy, you remember, not LimeWire or sketchy zip files anymore. This is
Exactly, they evolved, they adapted.
a piracy that is slick. It's modern. It's called streaming. Platforms like
Yeah.
Movies, Soap Today, 123movies.la, and Watch Series HD.tv have risen and grown to take over the underground. And now it's not even the underground anymore. It's actually above the ground.
Right.
There's so many people being attracted to it. And this time,
It's so much easier, and you don't even feel like a criminal. You click and it works. And you no longer feel like you're breaking the law, because those companies are complete scumbags, really. I have to pay $50 a month, $25 to watch a few select show when I can just... You don't even need to be that technical about it. You can just Google it and it will pop up, you know?
blinking ads and pop-ups anymore. These websites are fast, well designed, and in many cases more user-friendly than the legitimate platforms.
It's user-friendly. It's providing a better user experience than the paid stuff, and it's free, and it's more polished than the paid stuff. Like, what's going on? How are they making money, and how will the industry adapt to all of those losses
we pay for? Some of them mimic Netflix down to the layout, but without the ads, the login, or buffering. They've got the full catalog, global content, HD stream, subtitle support, even continued watching queues. In countries where...
So you see, people adapt, and people will adapt with games as well. As Gabe Newell, I believe he's called, the head of Steam, you know, the Gabe, it's a meme. Right, it's the meme guy with the Steam sales. Yeah, he says that piracy is not it's a user experience problem, it's a service problem. If you provide a better service, people will happily pay for it. Right, you just need to provide a better service and divide and conquer. That's what piracy didn't do, because the companies divided themselves and piracy was just here waiting to conquer. People just flocked to it because all of those inconveniences that come together, the no money, the subscription fee, the VPNs, the division, everything being so hard, everyone needed to have their own thing. That reminds me how games used to be. Remember how Ubisoft had to make their own launcher, and EA and Blizzard, and with the Battlefield Net and Bethesda. Yeah, every gaming company, every single company, even the folks at CD Projekt Red, they had to have their own launcher, and people just didn't get their games, so they were forced to go to Steam, and Steam was kind of forced, yeah, even the Rockstar launcher, right? And Forza game with the what you call it, Xbox launcher, and Minecraft with their own launcher and ties to Xbox and Microsoft. And what else? Skyrim doesn't have a launcher now, you can just boot it. But yeah, they had to somehow integrate this relic of a failed attempt in Steam, and Steam would somehow create an account for you for that specific launcher. So you have to install the game and install the launcher and all of that messy stuff, right? Especially with Ubisoft, right? Anyway, let's continue. This is so what happened already with gaming is happening right now with streaming. And if we can take the if you can take the gaming example, streaming will have to revert back to what it once was, go all of them on a single platform in order to survive. And to be fair and a little bit biased, I think I think we are about to have a platform wars, and I think YouTube will come out on top. Because think about it, you want to see a show, you can kinda just get the idea of it just by looking at someone reacting to the show and cutting out the bits and pieces of, yeah, cutting out the thing and kinda treading around the fair use, you know, making it like I'm doing right now, making it a little transformative, just enough for you to watch it, and you kind of get the idea. You don't really need to go and pay for that, but yeah, I guess the saving grace, for me, I'm talking my case, yeah, at least I don't play the content all the way through the end. And yeah, I guess you can argue this is fair use, but yeah, I'm having the title, the thing over here, the promotion, right? It's promotion to one guy that is watching on Twitch right now, and hold up, and one that is watching on Kick, because that's my mirror. Yeah, that's enough promotion. But yeah, the thing is free to go watch it. So what I assume it's going to happen, it's most of the shows will just partner with YouTube Premium, and it's a win-win, you know. The show gets money, YouTube gets more premium publicity, and somewhere in the middle YouTube will come out on top, because it kinda already did, you know. YouTube is promoting now Family Guy and Family Guy compilations, and everyone is reacting to those now, or that was a few years ago. I don't know if they're still doing that. Yeah, it kinda got out of fashion.
These sites become the only
But yeah, YouTube proved a good promoting way, because yeah, we'll take another gaming example to apply to the movies. Yeah, YouTube promoted a lot of Minecraft and kinda boosted its popularity. So maybe YouTube could do the same with movie reviews, shows reviews, you know, all of this stuff.
Can even access the content in real time. Apps like Pikachu, massively popular in India and Southeast Asia, are literally mini pirate Netflix apps that stream US shows,
really?
movies, and sports, and anime all in one place for free. And we're not talking
Okay, so what we've established, what we've understood so far from this video is that piracy is providing the better service, and here is Gabe Newell, hold up, saying the exact same thing I was trying to say earlier. Check this out.
And visits per year across the globe.
There's misconceptions in the industry about what piracy is, right? You know, there's assumption that what is piracy? Piracy is about people want to steal stuff from you, right? That they don't want to pay any money and they want to get your content. But when you look at the fact that these people have, you know, $2,000 PCs, and you know, they're spending $50 a month.
$2,000 PCs. Back then, what is this, 2000? It's a 2005 quality video. The way it's looking at. Man, people still used to pay $2,000 back then for a rig. Can you believe it? What happened? Why did I run out of sound?
They're spending $50 a month US more on their internet connection.
Right.
$2,000 PCs, and you know, they're spending $50 a month US more on
or less in my case.
Clearly they're willing to spend money.
In fact,
right.
Recent data from the analytics firm Muso found that there were over 215 billion visits to
But within measures, of course.
piracy websites globally in a single year, with over 80% of that traffic focused on streaming. But here's what really stands out. Most of the people pirating, they already pay for streaming services. They're not avoiding paying. They just feel like they're not getting enough value
most
for
of them.
what they're paying for.
I realized that there's a cheat code you could do on Netflix apparently, where you Control-Shift-Alt-D. And when you hit Control-Shift-Alt-D, what you see is that you are actually getting a low bitrate 720p stream, even though you paid for 4K. Are they actually ruining the experience for somebody who's using a computer because they
It's like they wouldn't even notice. Just give them 720p. They won't notice it's 4K. They are probably some boomers with bad eyesight, with eye prescription glasses, you know, all of that stuff. Just take them for granted, make a fool of them, right?
want you to use closed source platforms that give you more control.
Some of these people can't even find the content they wanted due to licensing issues. Others just don't want to pay $18 a month just to watch one show.
So let's see what other important points I want to so okay, pros and cons, Robin Hoods, tired of streaming, new community. Yeah, that's the problem. So we'll just go to one of the worst things that's happening with this.
We moved Westworld
Hold up.
because they watch one show. And some and others are just frustrated that the content they love got deleted because some studio found a tax loophole. Like when HBO Max removed Westworld, a show they made, just to write it off and save money. Imagine subscribing to a platform only for them to delete your favorite show and then act like it never existed. And that's happening more and more every single month and every single year. Disney removed dozens of original series from its platform. Netflix has quietly wiped out an entire season.
Okay, so they are removing popular show that people like so they won't have to pay taxes and royalty fees. Really, this is straight up evil. Imagine this happening with Game of Thrones. We wouldn't have Game of Thrones today. Yeah, we would just have like 3 seasons or 4 seasons and then just gone. Imagine this happening with Breaking Bad. Imagine this happening with a lot of popular shows that you enjoyed. Yeah, that would be awful. And what they're doing is just straight up evil. Well, it's not really evil, it's incredibly disgusting. I don't know how to... Alright. Yeah, they deserve what's coming to them.
From its library, and guess what? Piracy scoops them up and hosts them forever. And suddenly
It's not even like the lost media with gaming, where companies are just not going to tell you old games, so you'll buy their new games, so you'll have to resort to piracy. No, the thing just got stopped, okay? It's like they will stop developing GTA 6 because it costs too much. Yeah, they have to, not because it costs too much, but because they have to pay the guys that made it too much. Yeah, imagine that is the same thing that's happening, but with TV shows. Yeah. Because of tax loopholes.
Reservationalists, while the billion-dollar studios look like the ones that are erasing art. That's the world where
erasing art.
People aren't pirating because they love breaking the rules. They're doing it because the system we were promised failed. And they're doing it because convenience disappeared, prices exploded, and content got locked away behind paywalls, geoblocks, and corporate contracts.
Alright.
So the question now isn't why people are pirating, it's why would they stop?
Indeed, why would they stop? You've already forced them out of their comfort zone and made them tech savvy somewhat. Why would they stop when it's so easy? Yeah, you're just... I'll assume they'll try to appeal to some emotion, like, hey, if we're not getting this much money, we cannot do the show. Well, we are cutting the shows anyway. You are cutting them anyway for tax profits. You lost the people's faith. All right, you made them lose hope, and you needed the hope to control them. If they have no longer hope for whatever you are doing, they can no longer be controlled. Anyway, this went quite depressing. Yeah, I'll let you, if you are more interested in this topic, I'll let you discover on your own the pros and cons of pirating, the reason why people are tired of the streaming services, if it's not already obvious, what's happening with the new community, and why the streaming giants are losing money. Yeah, Crimea River, you know. Yeah, how would the companies would be able to survive this? I've already kind of tried to make an answer, but maybe he has a better one. And yeah, this is what's happening right now. This is market feedback, all right? And yeah, I don't know what will bring the future. So yeah, definitely support this fellow smaller creator. Yeah, I believe he had less subscribers when I first checked it out. Yeah, now I'm glad he's doing better. Yeah, what can I say? Good job, great video, amazing work, you I don't know how to write. Summarize. Yeah, thank you for the squiggly line. Summarize. Yeah, give me a break. English is my second language. It's not even my second. Oh, yeah, it's my second language. I learned it. Yeah, I mean, I probably write and talk better than most of Americans. So yeah, summarize the way most people feel about the current crisis with. Imagine not having the squiggly line. I would sound like such a I would sound so dumb. The current crisis. Yeah, good. The squiggly line took Jack, what's his name? Jack's films, Jack Douglas, out of a series with your grammar sucks. Nah, I have the squiggly line, my dude, you cannot catch me. My grammar does suck, but I have a squiggly line. Yeah, I summarize the way most people feel about the current crisis with framing perfectly. I really enjoy this video, and I think it will have an impact on and I think it will have an impact on thing. Yeah, I really enjoyed this video, and I think this is one of the first steps. Come on guys, help me out here. First steps towards having a conversation and improving the way entertainment will be. I really enjoyed this video, and I think this is one of the first steps towards having a conversation and improving the way entertainment will be consumed. Comment. Okay, here we go. Great. When did you realize streaming wasn't worth the price anymore? I'm going to say, just say it. I'm poor, okay? I don't even watch shows. Yeah. When did you realize streaming wasn't worth the price anymore? The first time they announced the price. Oh man. It's not even that I'm poor, because there are a lot of my colleagues that are getting paid a little less, not too much, just a little less than me, and they have a lot of subscriptions. For me it's completely not worth it. I don't even have the time to watch them. Yeah, I have a few colleagues, most of my colleagues have a Netflix, and a few of the younger Gen Z ones have a Crunchyroll, they have a Spotify. No, it's not for me, thank you, no thank you. Right, so was it the endless subscription? Oh yeah, was it the ads creeping in the back with the pay, by the way, or was it something else? What was your breaking point? I didn't even form something that could have been broken. Right, so yeah, appreciate it a lot. Yeah, thank you for your contribution to our to the betterment of mankind. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Man, you wouldn't believe it. I need to go to the bathroom again. Let me see if there anything else that we can watch, or we'll just jump into the gameplay. How many 1.5 hours of React content. Right. Let's see, what else do I have on the list? Right. Oh yeah, I have maybe one more video, right, that I really want to watch. Hold up, let me delete the old ones. Right. That's yeah, pretty much it. And yeah, we'll watch one more video after I return from my little bathroom break. Right, that's that's your clue right there. Who are we going to watch next? That little bit of soundbite right there. Right. I'll go to the bathroom and return. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I was watching the playback just to check on my sound and all of that thing, and I've come to another realization. Those streaming services hold the IP, the license, so the people that made the show cannot even use their own money, go someplace else and continue the show there, because the streaming services most of the time hold the IP, you know, like the franchise, like video games, you know, the developers that made Assassin's Creed and what else, Elder Scrolls and whatever, Fallout, they moved on and they cannot make it anymore because they no longer have the IP. The IP remained to the publisher. So yeah, that's awful. Anyway, yeah, I can't take my mind off gaming. So let's hear some gaming hot takes and see if they're really that hot or not. He looks like he's about to slap me. Oh, oh, the other way.
Okay, then this time,
all right.
these are my hot
I forgot it's no longer mirrored.
Ranking your guys' gaming hot takes and determining whether I agree with them. Do I think they're valid?
Right.
Or do I think they are just thinly veiled rage bait? And here's the truth. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all were way too respectful in that. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, y'all want a part 2, brother. I need some hotter takes. You guys, and listen, I love you guys. I do.
Right.
Y'all had takes that were quite literally, hey, yo, bro, I think AAA gaming companies are greedy.
Oh, you don't say.
One of those that literally said
You think, you are not really sure.
Respectfully, you sweet, sweet summer child, brother, let me hit you with some actual hot takes in this video. I also see this as a way of, hey, you guys gave me your hot takes, I roasted them a little bit, or agreed with them. I'm gonna give you my hot takes, and here's
Alright,
the
let's hit me.
I actually have to live with these, okay? I'm gonna say these, and I'm probably gonna get roasted for some of these.
Okay, let's hear them already.
Coming to the channel, and with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. Let's go. Bethesda is a C-tier level developer at best.
Lukewarm take, yeah. I played a lot of Bethesda games and I came to the the same conclusion. Like, what's up with the loading screens everywhere, right? And not to mention Skyrim. When did it came out? 2011? Saints Row came out, Saints Row the 3rd came out, and it was kinda revolutionary for its time, well, at least in my opinion. And Assassin's Creed 1 in 2008. They couldn't copy anything from that about mobility, about stuff. Yeah, and the bad optimization that they had to have loading screen inside the loading screen. So you'd go into Whiterun and every single building you go into another loading screen. Is it really necessary? There's a loading screen for the city and there is a loading screen for every single door, for every single building? Really? Like, kinda hard to wrap my head around. So there is no loading screen from the outside world, but there's a loading screen inside a loading screen inside. Yeah, it's not good. And to their credit, right, it is quick. It wasn't back then, but it is quick now with the SSD. Yeah, it's 2 seconds. And some what you call it, some other games that don't even have loading screen have an animation for opening the door, like the Kingdom Come Deliverance, and that's might just be a loading screen. Yeah, might just buying some time for the assets to render in properly. But yeah, opening a door, the animation of opening a door in Dark Souls, in Elden Ring, and in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is usually longer than a loading screen from a game that is how much? More than a decade old, 2011, right? Yeah, the animations are faster, but I'd prefer no, the loading screen is faster than the animations, but I would prefer, you know, more immersion. Anyway, let's hear it.
Let me argue my case right
now. Alright, I'll allow you.
Let me cook on this one. Brother, Bethesda, outside of releasing Skyrim, they released Fallout 4.
Right.
Okay, fine. Fallout 3 is decent.
Fallout 4 was not that really well received, if I remember correctly.
No, they published Fallout New Vegas. They did not develop Fallout New Vegas. That was Obsidian.
Right.
Okay, Obsidian also went on to make Outer Worlds, okay? Obsidian's actually pretty salty at Bethesda because if you go down that rabbit hole, Bethesda did kind of do them a little bit dirty, if I'm being honest here. So when people...
So by doing a little dirty, they gave them a shorter window to work on the game. Yeah, that's kinda what they meant. So they had to crunch a lot. And they still managed to make a better game.
New Vegas, brother, unironically, that wasn't even made by Bethesda, and we're gonna be going down
They kinda tried to make them set up for failure.
They didn't even make, by the way. Skyrim, fair play. I think Skyrim is one of the single greatest games, one of the single most influential games ever made ever. I love that game.
Sure,
as a
why
top
not?
10 of all time. However, there comes a point where I cannot let you hold on to...
And people would argue that, myself included, yeah, I also hold this opinion. Oblivion was better than, what's it called, Skyrim. right, the game that I'm about to play, that I forgot the name of. The cities were greater, right, were more developed, and I don't know what happened with them. They had a lot of time to develop it, and they rushed the cities. The Skyrim cities compared to the Oblivion cities are awful. Yeah, they clearly had a greater scope in mind, and they somehow modified the canon to make up for their shortcomings. Right, Winterhold was destroyed because we didn't have time to... Yeah, there was supposed to be an arena in Winterhold. Windhelm, not Winterhold. Right, and they scrapped that because they didn't have time. Well, it was released in 2011 and we kept releasing it, but you haven't updated it with a director cut with all of the things that you wanted to make, like the guys from New Vegas did. You see what's the difference between them? You could have just saved those and added later. You didn't do that. You introduced Creation Club and made the guys that made the mods make paid mods, and you get like, I don't know, 30% or more or less. Alright.
To that in Dragon's name, because I am telling you this right now, Skyrim would not be Skyrim would not be relevant in the modern day of gaming if it wasn't for the modding community.
Right. Yeah, it's if you want to play Skyrim, you play it for the mods. Alright. Skyrim on its own, it's not really a good experience in this day and age, and yeah, I'll probably do a mod tier list, right? I'm pretty sure this guy Ethan, the tier list guy, will not steal that idea. I'm pretty sure he cannot deliver on the best mods. Yeah, because he's probably stopped playing Skyrim a few years ago. But yeah, even nowadays with the legendary anniversary, whatever special edition they have, right? The last edition depends. You need a special edition to play the mod packs that are remaking Skyrim out the wazoo. Alright, so they've changed Skyrim almost entirely. Everything is new. Like we have Nolvus, Lorrim, a lot of mod packs that you need to pay for Netflix Nexus Premium. Yeah, so you would install them easier. Alright, let's go.
Bethesda wants to take and here's the craziest part. Bethesda unironically wants to take like a full responsibility of, well, it was us. It was us that made it, so it was, you guys love it all the time. It's like, no, brother.
Yeah, we made the sandbox so you would be able to build castles and have fun in it. We've made the sandbox. See? That's kind of how it sounds.
Modding community did it, and you know this. You had the Creation Club. Also, Creation Club, unironically, is one of the smartest and greediest things I've ever seen a company do.
Right.
They're over here like, bro, we have all this unpaid labor that's making our game amazing. Do you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna sell microtransactions to buy stuff from the unpaid labor. Bro.
They don't even... Like with Ubisoft, they make developers create stuff for microtransactions. With Bethesda, they make mod authors, players, their mod authors that are unpaid, offer them to make a mod that then their team verifies it. Alright, they have a few people that verify it, okay, but they don't make the microtransaction. They have fans, they're fans that make the microtransactions for them. This, tell me a greater level of laziness I'm waiting. Can you be more lazy than this?
They are evil. but they are smart. I will give them respect on that. And then after Skyrim, Fallout 4. The only thing I'll give them respect for when it comes to Fallout 4 is that they showcased it and released it within the next couple of months. Other than that,
I
no.
don't even remember
I'm sorry.
that.
In the modern day of gaming, there is no reason why I should be entering into
Excuse me
a
for a
building
moment.
and there is a minute-long loading screen. This is absolutely inexcusable now. There is no excuse. I'm sorry. There were games on the PS4 that actually got rid of loading screens in its entirety, or at bare minimum, did a better job of hiding it. Stop doing this. Well, it's the Bethesda charm. Bro, stop giving them a pass. They do it because they know they can get away with it. No, there comes a point where it's like, well, the reason why we have loading screens is because we want to keep the Bethesda games feel.
No. Loading screens takes you out of the game. Yeah, it ruins the immersion. If there was a guy working at Bethesda that said, hey, I can delete all of the loading screen, they will just say, yeah, do it. The thing is, they can't really do it. But they'll have to at some point do something about the loading screens. Right. Like, I believe Fallout 76 is not that bad with loading screens, right? And Elder Scrolls Online, but the Elder Scrolls Online it's running on a different engine. Alright, so I don't know. I guess this is me being hopeful.
No! The reason why you have loading screens is you've been using the same game engine since Fallout 3.
And yes, they've improved it, alright, with every iteration, and that's visible if you can see it, if you want to if you want to pay for Starfield. Yeah, I remember a guy telling me that he bought Starfield just to check out the new advancements on the creation engine. Yeah, that's the whole reason he got Starfield. Oh man, he got it after he heard all of the bad press about it. He was like, yeah, I want to check the creation engine, see if Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be good. Man, that's one way to justify a purchase. Yeah, it's definitely improving, but it's not improved well enough. I don't care what engine you use. You can swap to Unreal, whatever. You can make dual engine like you did with like you didn't do because you hired some other people to take care of it, right? But I've heard you kinda gave them some of your people to make sure things run smooth. That's why we have 7 kids instead of 5 on the Dark Brotherhood door. Yeah, because you gave them your best, the best of the best. Yeah, to check on their work.
Brother, to give you a reference, Rockstar replaces their game every single game. RDR2 is working with a different engine than what GTA 6 is. GTA 5 is working with a different engine than RDR2. They change it every single time. And guess what?
Hey, you know what? If the game was running well, people wouldn't shout in the void about the engine. But the thing is, the game is not running well. So when people start playing your game and some jank comes up, they think, oh my god, they are so lazy, the engine is so bad, why don't they change the engine? Yeah, even though they could fix, maybe, I don't know, I don't know, I believe they could transform their engine in such a way where people wouldn't get mad about it. Like, I didn't hear many complaints about the engine when people were talking about Skyrim, but Starfield, but complaining about the engine in Starfield, it's like complaining that the seatbelt in the passenger seat of your broken down car that you cannot drive is not working properly. Like, you have more important things to complain about with Starfield. Yeah, so it's either the engine is slowly improving, right, and I don't think they will change the engine, because they said they will not change the engine for Elder Scrolls 6, which kind of makes sense because they kind of build shipbuilding, and maybe they will use the shipbuilding from Starfield for pirate shipbuilding in the Elder Scrolls 6. I don't know, we'll see, we'll have to see about that. Right? Just imagine getting on a ship and getting off the ship, loading screen. Right. It will not be like Black Flag, it will be like Black Flag with loading screens where you wouldn't even expect going up to the pole to check your surroundings. Loading screen, you don't get that sweet animation. man, that would be so bad, man. No. I'm sorry for putting that idea into the world.
Bro, the reason that I'm comparing Rockstar to Bethesda is there was a time where Bethesda, Skyrim, and GTA 5, we were actually having the discussion between those two games in terms of how big they were. Here's the truth though. Skyrim, Bethesda unironically is literally the gaming developer's equivalent of the guy who peaked in high school after winning the national championship on football. I'm sorry, dog, there comes a point where you just have to make peace with yourself that the highlight of your entire career was, hey yo bro, I caught the game-winning touch.
Okay, here's an actual hot take, because this is lukewarm to cold, alright? Here's a hot take. People enjoy Skyrim way too much. It wasn't that, at least I don't remember it being that advanced for its time. Like I said, we had Assassin's Creed 1 and 2 in 2009, 2010, 11. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2, 2011. Alright. We had Saints Row 3, I think it was before. We had a lot of better games that did one mechanic, not really better. We had games that had a mechanic that was better than the mechanics in what you call it, in Skyrim. Even GTA 5, when compared to Skyrim, I don't know when GTA 5 released, but GTA 5, it feels like at least 7 years apart from Skyrim. Yeah, those two are not really comparable. They are not on the same level in terms of technological gameplay advancements.
And
Skyrim is closer to putting a loading screen and tell you about the story, okay? When something happens. They were bragging about not having cinematics. They took a detriment and used it as a bragging point. Yeah.
I got some good toppy underneath the bleachers afterwards. That was your peak. What do you do now? McDanks, there ain't no disrespect coming to
Charted space.
Is Bethesda's over here talking about how they're like Michelangelo developing masterpieces, and I'm like, brother, Fallout 76 was a barely working mess when you released it.
To be fair, Starfield kinda looks like modern art. But modern art is just as garbage as Starfield, right?
And then after all that, you did Starfield and then blamed Xbox for the reason that it failed, when your own modding community said we're not gonna mod it if you're not even gonna put effort into making it. And then now you're like, okay, we're gonna release the Oblivion remake. Oh, and somebody's gonna bring that up. What about the Oblivion remake? They didn't even develop it. They commissioned another company to make the Oblivion remake. They didn't even make it. Okay, well, what about Bethesda? The only reason Bethesda was actually given any amount of
let's
grace
hear
when
it.
I was doing the worst gaming developers and publishers is I give Bethesda grace with some of the cool stuff that they publish. Yes, id Software cooks, and that's
right, with the Doom games.
Bethesda as a publisher, and it's not even close, bro.
And the Wolfenstein, and yeah.
Is this a hot take? Honestly, bro, I think it's a warm take. I think it's
yeah.
warm. I don't think it's that.
There are a few loyal fans that will have a bad time hearing all of this, but they need to hear it, you know. Okay, game journalist and how ING ruined the letter 7, the number 7 for everyone else, right? You can no longer rate a game 7. It's either a 6 or an 8 if you want to give it a 7. You either like it or not. Nintendo being pieces... Nintendo being... Nintendo. Fortnite good, yeah. I mean, I'm not really interested in all of those. You can go mobile gaming. Okay, let's watch this because yeah, I might have something to say about mobile gaming. Let's hear it.
Think about this right now. What I mean by mobile game, 100%. Mobile gaming is the biggest untapped market right now.
Yes. Like, people could make good mobile games. The way phones evolve, you can... Yeah, I think it's a channel that shows you how you can play Fallout 4 on your Samsung by converting your operating system from Android to some Linux that runs, well, Linux, but can also run, what else? Can also run Windows, right? And you can play Fallout 4 at 30 FPS, which, come on, when did Fallout? You can play Skyrim on the phone, the original, maybe even the special edition and legendary edition with a few modes. Yeah, you can play it on your phone. And the biggest problem with the phones is thermal, right? It will slowly start to cook your internals because the guys that made the phone didn't think, hey, people are actually going to use those phones for a long time. So yeah, that's the thing. It might just cook your phone, so you might need to find a way to cool them, but the technology is there, you know. They have the capacity to run those games at a decent frame rate. At this point, it's the following years, the phones will go beyond the original Steam Deck capabilities. Yeah, they always advertise how their new chip allows you to play games like you could play Mirage on one of the iPhones. Yeah, Assassin's Creed Mirage and Resident Evil Village, I don't know which one, or the one before that. Yeah, that's how they were advertising, and they would sell those games in the iOS store. And yes, I know that Apple is making better chips than usually. Yeah, I don't know if the competition, Qualcomm and Samsung, will catch up to Apple. Apple is kinda too further away. They started the race too soon with their A15, 16, 17 chipsets, right? But yeah, it's not that much of a difference between the power that Qualcomm can provide with their chips. So they are already releasing gaming phones, but there are so few games that you can play, and the one game that was developed for phones, Call of Duty Mobile and PUBG Battleground and all of those shooter games, I was so amazed by how good they were. You know, you could use the gyroscope to control the game, and you can move the icons, the buttons everywhere on the screen, so it would be comfortable for you. You could adjust, you can make your own controller on screen, and it was better than using an actual controller. People were better on the screen than they were with a controller, and they had all of those setups. For example, they could, the way I'm holding it right now, that I can use 4 fingers at once, it was called something like a 4-finger claw setup, because claw sounds nice and it kind of looks like a claw when you hold it like this. Alright, and there were some tryhards that were playing with 6 fingers, I believe. I don't know how they would group it on a tablet, holding it still. Yeah, people were getting really good at this phone and tablet thing in Call of Duty, and I've played it a lot myself, and I was incredibly amazed. And even more amazed that no other games are doing this. This is so big brain. How is Minecraft still not letting you move the buttons around? Yeah, the Pocket Edition is stuck. They have the buttons stuck and you cannot move them like you can in Call of Duty. Like, the potential is there. The thing is that it's much easier and safer to develop this kind of games that run on most of the devices. I've got some, yeah, I got some kudos from Uncle Nav Studios, yeah. Anyway,
100%. Oh, bro.
Let's hear him.
I want you to think about this right now. What I mean by mobile gaming, I'm not just talking about like on your phone, but like, brother, how many of us were playing games on our phones and thinking that we were going to get to the point that we would be able to play like a full PS3 game on our iPhone?
That already happened. You can play PS3 games on the phone.
That's the craziest part. Well, technologically, we're not there. We are.
We are.
There are some PS4 games that you can fully play on your phone, but
right.
It's not there, brother. Mobile gaming,
technology is there.
Feel like it's just going to be one
it's
of those,
untapped
like, the last
potential.
Untapped markets in,
right.
Because we've gone basically throughout the entirety of console gaming. I think we're moving. I think VR is going to be a bigger thing in the future.
Yeah, I
think,
hope so.
Mobile gaming is going to be really big. Whether that's going to be like it's going to become more portable, or it's going to go.
I'm all for portability.
Mobile games are going to be making a comeback. I'm sewing off Clash Royale because it's like, brother, the numbers on Clash Royale are so absurd.
Right, I don't really care about Clash Royale. It's the strategy game, but the fact that you can play Fortnite and it still has that movable, I believe it still has some movable food where you can place. Okay, let's see what that thing is about. Consoles are better. First, let's see how he rates this hot take.
That's how powerful these things are. I'm putting this take. It's a cold take. It's a cold take, but people don't realize it. No, mobile gaming is the most definitely gaming. It's just, it needs a little bit more development. Consoles are better than PC for the...
Wrong. I'm going to disagree with this one. Hard disagree.
Vast majority of people. And this is what I mean by this. Consoles are better than PC for the vast majority of people. And this is what I mean by this. You can rattle off stats that your PC has. It runs this game better. It runs this game better. Mods, Steam, all of that. And I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
The vast majority of people just
the casuals
get a console. The vast majority of people just to get a console.
No, because you have freedom on a PC. All right. When you buy a console and Sony or Xbox does something shady, they kind of have you by the balls, so to speak. But with PC, you can go to Steam, you can go to GOG, you can go to Xbox Game Pass if you want to. There are more choices on PC. Sure, it's what can you say? It's a hassle. It's bothering that you have to go through all of those interfaces with Windows and have to pay a license, or you can go with Linux. Okay, you can get the Steam Deck interface, the Steam OS, which runs on Linux. You can get it on your computer and it's the same thing as a console, and guess what, you can still do work on it just like a PC, but that's you need to do some research to have some technical know-how, and PCs are getting PCs are becoming quite an important thing in the day-to-day life. I mean, you don't have to convince boomers. Now the casuals are Gen Zs with their phone. Some of the millennials and the casuals will be the generation that will come. Of course, they will get more tech savvy since they have tech, since they get born and they don't know if it's a guy or a girl, but they put a phone in his hand and make him watch Cocomelon. When they talk about gender, yeah, you don't. The doctor who looks at your at your child and says, I don't know what it is, here's some cocomelon, figure out for yourself what you are. Are you a polymorph, transformer, whatever gender? Yeah, let's continue.
The plug and play ability of a PlayStation,
Plug and play, yeah.
Xbox, a Nintendo Switch is literally unrivaled to the point that
You can make it plug and play. Alright, with Linux, with Mint, I forgot what was the one that I tried to Bazite to use and fail in my previous video, and now Steam released their software and you can kinda make even your Windows to start stream and start in big picture, and you leave it a little and you'll just get into the big picture, and it's plug and play. You just press a button, you let it load for a minute or two, and there you go. It's worth the hassle. All right, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Stop crying about it. You pay too much for that plug and play. All right. Learn to be a bit tech savvy, and yeah, you'll realize you'll have way more freedom than being stuck in a closed ecosystem where you can get controlled, kind of like cattle.
PC is a superior machine in literally
every
possible scenario.
And you can also do work on it. You can't only do games. You can also do work from your PC. So you are going to have a PC anyway, and you are still going to hit your head against it. So might as well, you are still going to learn it. Why do you need plug and play? All right, you can get another PC and make that one plug and play. Okay, you can make your own consoles cheaper with second-hand parts.
Graphically, fidelity, gameplay, frames per second, like the amount of games that you have, everything, it is superior. Consoles are just so much more convenient. And
no, they are not. No, they are not. You can make personal computers way more convenient. Okay, it's not convenient. Well, yeah, it's not convenient to turn off your console and go to your PC to do some PC things. Yeah, for people that are PC gamers, it's incredibly hard to transition over, because they are used to close the game and do something else on PC. Imagine closing the game and go to your PC and turn it on again, and man, it will be so much inconvenient. That's why it's way more convenient to have all of the things in a singular device.
Person that's working a 9 to 5, they have to come back. They don't have to update their drivers. They just gotta.
Yeah, the driving update sucks. It's not that common on and it's not that painful on Linux, on Nvidia, yeah, with Windows, yeah, those are it's a changing point, it's a turning point, yeah, but I still, come on, you do get huge updates that you cannot cancel on consoles as well. 30 gigs for Kingdom Come Deliverance, Cyberpunk, come on. The game updates equally everywhere.
Wait for PlayStation to send a PlayStation update. You just have to make sure your controllers are charged. You don't have to do any soft updates.
The controllers are charged.
You don't have to do some problem solving to get this game to run on your rig.
You don't do any problem solving. Yeah. You do problem solving when you mess around and mod games. Of course it's going to be janky, and if you do a good job at it, and you will get better. You will get better at the things you do more. Yeah, you won't have to troubleshoot so much. Like, the thing is with OBS, you know, technical difficulties is a meme around in here. Every single stream, technical difficulties. I'm getting better, I'm solving them faster. It's not that much of a hassle. It's not worth paying more than a computer for a console. Especially for people that hardly have the time to play every day.
You don't have have to fiddle in the settings because most of the games that are made today in the AAA gaming scene are specifically made for
Yeah, the fiddling of the settings, it's annoying, but you have to do that one time.
consoles, and PC is an afterthought because of mods.
And most people that fiddle with graphics, with controls, they do it because games can't really run on there. So it's only the low end, as you just noticed me with GTA enhanced, GTA 5 enhanced. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that my computer right here, it's on the low end. Right, I had to do that with Cyberpunk because it's on the low end. Right, it's slightly better than a Steam Deck. Yeah, I do need to get an upgrade, and I'm not going to get a console. Okay, I'm not going to get a console. I'm going to get a PC that's going to be probably pre-built, probably bought from someone else that found another hobby like fishing. Yeah, I had a colleague that had an expensive PC and got tired of all of the gaming, sold it for way cheaper, and started and used the money to buy fishing equipment. Yeah, that's how people are over here. Yeah, they like to tune out. Some of them, it was definitely incredibly strange for me to hear that, and it's probably as incredibly strange for you to hear that as well, but that's how people do it over here, so of course I'm going to profit. Yeah, I didn't bought his PC because I missed the deal, but yeah, I would have definitely bought it if that was the case. And the thing is, you can just get another second hand graphics driver and you're all set for a long time.
This is really what I'm trying to say here. Consoles
Yeah, next year I do plan on building a new PC, right? I'm still waiting on the software with the AMD. I'll do some research. It's not something that's bothering me that much, you know. I have to do research with everything nowadays. Yeah, to avoid scams, alright, and bad decision making. Yeah, it's something that's become part of life. You have to research everything now. But yeah, it will be a process I'll not be bothered by. I won't say I'll enjoy the process because it costs money and I don't enjoy things that cost money that much, right? But yeah, it won't bother me that much. I'm used to problem solving and troubleshooting. You know, it's a muscle. You just have to train it. It's like complaining, hey, it's hard to lift 50 kilos all the time. Well, if you do it enough, it's not going to be hard. Your body will adapt, your mind will adapt. So yeah, it's you're just how can I say this? You're just trying to avoid the unavoidable. At some point you will have to.
Superior to
At some point you'll have to realize the error of your ways.
PC when it comes to the casual gaming area, and the problem is that is like 90% of people that play video games. So when people ask me PC or console, if you are not somebody that is literally putting hours upon hours in the games, and even then hours upon hours, even if you just want the convenience of stepping in and you don't care that you're not going to get like 120 frames per second, the truth is, dude, I would literally just make you get a console.
Everyone that asked me, it was always PC because the PC was cheaper. Like I had a guy that I couldn't convince not to buy a PS4. He bought a PS4. He sold it after 2 months because he realized on its own that PC is better. Alright, not only that the games were less expensive, okay, because the PlayStation, the Xbox, they already have you. They say, oh, this was expensive hardware, so we had to build it in we had to lose money by building it and selling it so cheaply, and now we have to make the money back from video games. No, you can get Steam sales, and that will be much a better bargain on the long run. Right here we are in this in my case and in everywhere around me, we're more concerned about how much things cost, and PC is overall the cheaper option. Yeah.
I think this is a spicy take because PC guys are gonna be.
It's an infernal take. It's a wrong. No, it's above the inferno. It's a wrong take. Okay. It's, you're allowed to have your opinion, but your opinion is wrong.
Here and be like, well, it's better than this. The point I'm trying to make is.
Okay, let's hear the point you're trying to make.
In here and be like, well, it's better than this. The point I'm trying to make is not that you're wrong in saying that,
right?
And not that your PC is not better. That you probably spent $3 grand on.
I haven't.
The point, that's not the point I'm trying to make. The point that I'm trying to make is for the average person, console is better, and it's not even close.
Not in here. Okay, not in here. People are not getting paid enough. Yeah, they have to save every dime and penny, and they are already used to problem solving and doing stuff the cheaper way. So a used PC is the most responsible thing you can do when it comes to entertainment. Okay. Consoles are something other. Not sure how to say this. Consoles right here are mostly for rich people that don't really care about it. By rich I mean better off than the middle class by a little. You know, enough not to. The type of people, they forget they have a subscription and they leave it there. Yeah, they don't notice 2 or 3 subscriptions that they don't use. Yeah, this is the type of people that would get a console and probably a PS5. Yeah, I'm not going to say console because Xbox, it's not even an idea. Yeah, so the PS5, at least in here, it's kind of running lower because they see gaming on a PC as this low end and this high end, poor and try hard, you know, cheap and expensive. But the truth is that there is a middle, right? And most people in here are trying to see that middle. Okay.
Spicy take, but I think it's valid. Xbox is the worst of the big 3.
Right. What big 3? Because it's only PC. Yeah, the other 2 are just distractions. Single player is better. Okay, maybe we'll watch that. AA gaming. Oh, we're definitely going to watch that. Oh no. The game price is a scam and get good. Yeah, those 3. Game price is a scam. Single player is better, and AAA gaming. Yeah, those are points that I definitely want to hear about, that I have something to say about. Right, here we go. I don't care about Xbox.
Single player versus multiplayer. Single player games are better than multiplayer games.
Yes.
Taking them at a baseline, because multiplayer games literally hinge on the fact that you have to play with people, and this is the.
Not only. Yeah, let's say that multiplayer, let's just say, it might be true, it might not be true. Hold on, let me set up the camera. Let's say multiplayer games are made somehow for people not to depend on other people. You know, you can do everything solo. It's just a place where you can see other people. The problem with multiplayer games is that manufactured artificial inconveniences for you to spend money, you see, for you to grind. In single player there is no need to do that, but in multiplayer they kinda make some more money if they make your experience more miserable. You see, it's a fragile balance that you have to get just right. Make the game miserable, so you'd make the people spend money to avoid pain, but don't make it too miserable, so they would avoid the game entirely. Do something good to get them addicted, do something bad to make it miserable, and find that thin balance in the middle that would say, hey, this game is worth it, you know? I am going to spend the money in this game because this game is just that good, but I would like to skip the grind. And some people that are principled and don't want to spend more money on useless stuff and they see right through it, they will still play the game and suffer the grind, you know. But yeah, it's a manufactured inconvenience, so they would squeeze, if not money, so they would squeeze time out of you, so they would make it their so they would make their game look better. That's why MMO multiplayers have that manufactured inconvenience that makes them worse, not worst, worse than single player games. Single player games just want a good score, a good user reviews, good reviews on stream, on Steam, right? So they would try to make their game perfect, you know. Not many inconveniences. If there are inconveniences in a single player games, those are not intended. In the MMO games, they are making intended, planned inconveniences. That's the reason why single player games are better. But the potential of someone actually making a good multiplayer game is there. The thing is, they just don't do it. Like, if you can remember, because I cannot definitely remember how World of Warcraft was back in a day. It was quite the boom, okay? So people loved the hell out of that game. Yeah, there was nothing else for them but World of Warcraft, because they were still trying to figure out inconveniences, and since they added store mounts and all of the other scummy practices and the DEI story-driven narrative, girl power and all that, yeah, people started to drop, you know, the grind and all of the things, and you have to balance the PvP and PvE, you know. Yeah, it was definitely, you can't take this away from the World of Warcraft. It was the thing that started MMO. Before World of Warcraft, I don't believe it was another MMO. It started something, and it's still running to this day. Okay, yeah, there were multiplayer games like shooting with Quake Arena, whatever. I don't know, I'm not that old. Yeah, but World of Warcraft made the MMOs, okay? It's the thing that everyone else tried to copy and do it better and failed.
The argument that I'm making, well, it's fun when I play with my boys. Brother,
yeah.
I could give you a stick and a rock and you will have fun.
You can have fun playing with your boys. Single player games, you invite them over, you're going to have fun playing a single player game. Okay? The fact that the manufactured inconvenience and grind is still going to affect you and take away from your enjoyment. So the fact that, yeah, it's a nice place where you can have fun with your boys is kind of an argument for why you continue to play MMOs, but it's not a I don't know, it's definitely a selling point. I was trying to say it's not a selling point, but that is the selling point. But yeah, in today's day and age, people complain about not having friends and having to play games solo. Like, I've seen videos on how to play GTA Online solo, how to play this game, Elder Scrolls Online solo build, solo that, you know. People that just don't want the interaction, they just want to play the game. And since the game in GTA Online, all of the DLC are online, of course people are going online and going to try that, and they are going to hate the fact that they're getting griefed and have to figure out a way. Yeah, have to figure out a way to find out how to do an invite-only session, a private lobby, all of that stuff. You know, it's something that you kind of have to tinker around. Yeah, anyway, let's keep on going.
That doesn't make the stick in the rock fun.
Right.
So that is such a lazy argument to be made. The fact that a single player game can craft an experience that you can play and enjoy and actually spend an infinite amount of time on that game is way more masterful than any multiplayer experience. Now, are there good multiplayer experiences? 100%. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is a great single-player game will... A good single-player game is a more well-crafted experience than any great multiplayer. Because most of the content, most of the joy that you're getting out of a multiplayer game is not something that was developed by the developer. It is something that was put there by the gamers in it. It was something that was put there by your friends. If you're having fun in a game, playing with the boy... Actually, here would be the argument. What did you have more fun with? Playing Warzone or Fortnite by yourself, no mic, no nothing? Or playing through your favorite single-player game?
Okay, I'm going to answer that. So, what exactly is my favorite single-player game? I guess it's Forza, Minecraft, Skyrim, yeah, sure, I'll combine all of those into my favorite game. And what were my multiplayer experiences? Warframe? The people, to be fair, they were kinda there. Sure, it was PvE, they weren't that annoying. They were annoying because they were altering your gameplay, making things faster, slower, taking your kills, being annoying, doing teabagging when you die, all that stuff, you know. Yeah, when you are forcing interaction. Oh, and man, the what's it called? The host migration, the rage quitting, yeah. Would Warframe have been a nicer... Yeah, they would... Actually, yeah, let's think about it. Warframe would have been a nicer single-player experience, okay? So would Elder Scrolls Online would have been a nicer single-player experience. So would Fallout 76. If you think about it, most multiplayer games would have been a nicer single-player game experience. You don't have to compare it to something else. You'd have to compare it. What if they were trying to do a solo version of this game, you know, an offline version? Right. It would have been nicer. Yeah.
What do you think is a more masterful experience? Single player will clear. I remember this debate coming over. It's like, well, what's better, multiplayer or single player? If you're talking for the entirety of gaming, the amount of money that multiplayer brings in is overall the biggest net positive there is. But single player games, dude, deserve their spot, and they are a more well-crafted and more masterful, like that piece, honestly, at this point, like this piece of art than multiplayer. There's a reason why every single AAA gaming company wants to do a live service game, because it's low effort.
It prints money. Yeah, that's
the reason that single player they don't, because
that's what I was saying in my first episode of GTA Online. Yeah, I was talking about how the single player did it better, and they didn't have to do this low effort. They could have done what they did in single player, but they choose not to, and that's taking away from the experience. You know, they can do better, and you see them not wanting to do better because they don't have to.
They actually have to take time to make a great game. I'm putting this take, honestly, top of spicy.
No, I think you can convince most players. Yeah, it's a worm. Yeah, it's not that spicy. I mean, you can have your favorite multiplayer game, but like Rainbow Six Siege, I assume that experience would get tiring quickly, right? Not being able to play with your friends, but we're not talking playing with your friends here. That's not what we're arguing. We're arguing playing with randoms, okay? Yeah, playing with randoms can ruin every single multiplayer experience. Even in Elder Scrolls Online, when you kind of have to join a guild and you can go on Discord and socialize with them, yeah, they're not obligated to be nice to you. Yeah, I mean, you can be, I don't know, antisocial, you can try to fit in, whatever. I don't know what to say. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's forced interaction, and not everyone on the internet in their free time when they try to relax, yeah, they're not going to go out of their way to be, hello, welcome to my guild, how can I help you today? You know, they just starting to blur out all of the steam from the work, you know. They just take their day off out on you, and yeah, if they're not 12-year-olds and screeching in your ear, right? So it's not that nice of a. I mean, you think Fortnite, okay? Fortnite's a multiplayer game. Would it have been better as a single player game? Of course not. It's the players that are crafty, that keeps you on your toes. They are randoms, but you can actually kill them, you know. You don't have to team up with them, and yeah, well, I guess there are teams with them, but you definitely hate when you are teamed with randoms that are worse than you, that you have to carry, or people that are way better than you, and you can't get in a kill or something like that, because this guy just trivializes everything and makes the game less fun. So in teams, it's only fun when the people are in the same kind of skill with you. So that's what I enjoyed about Call of Duty Mobile, which was multiplayer, yeah, ranked, put me somewhere next to people close to me, and I enjoyed ranking up and seeing myself get better and change strategy for other people, for change the strategy for the skilled people. Yeah, it's like driving different cars, and you have to change strategy. You can't drive a Lamborghini the way you drive your Lada or whatever car, you know. You need to change the strategy and adapt, evolve, all that stuff, and that stuff definitely feels great. You don't have to choose, by the way, you can have both things. But yeah, this comparison is the thief of joy, as they say. So either it is multiplayer or single player that you enjoy right now. Don't let these opinions change your enjoyment, okay?
AAA gaming will have a bubble burst. It will complete.
They are done, AAA, and I wanted to do this video a long time ago, but stuff happened, yeah. AAA video games are done. The future is AA. Let's see.
Indie games will take over.
Indie games, yeah. After that, the Steam debacle with the hacker, people are kinda iffy about indie games right now.
Don't think that this one should be a hot take.
Indie games, no. Double A teams, okay, with 10 to 20 people, without HR, without PR, without all of that stuff, okay, people that can focus on the game and can actually enjoy the game and can actually make a work of passion, something that they themselves enjoy, okay? You don't need a huge team of people, you just need 20 to, I don't know, 50, 100, a double A studio, without all of the bureaucracy that gets in the way. Yeah, the AAA with their 1,000 people, they also bring away work ethics, HR, all of the stuff that, all of the social stuff that doesn't really, yeah, the game takes second place to their working stuff. That's the thing. So that's why I believe AA will will take over the AAA. If you think about it, yeah, actually let him say. Let's see if it says it.
After this, also really isn't a hot take, but it kind of plays into this point. Brother, AAA games are literally begging for prices to be raised, not because they're greedy. Well, they are greedy.
Yeah.
But, because they're not making a big enough profit margin because they've been churning out slop for basically this entire generation. So they're getting to a point where they either have to increase the prices or cut most of their team.
And here's the thing that I don't understand, why they need to increase the prices. It's like, we have all of the players. We have all of the players playing our games. We cannot make any more money from selling the game, so we need to make more money by increasing the prices of the game, instead of lowering the prices and opening up the game to a larger audience. You don't have 8 billion people playing, and a price decrease, man, I can't center this camera for the life of me. A price decrease would open your player availability, so you want, so yeah, if you lower the price of the digital things, you can actually make more money. Okay, instead of 80, 90, you charge 40. Okay, that's a double A price. You will get more people that buy it, and you won't need to make discounts. You are going to make discounts anyway. People that want to buy your game, they can just wait for a discount.
The reason that you're hearing about a lot of firings in the AAA gaming sphere is not just because they're cutting costs to make a profit, that's part of it, but it's because the games that they are making are not turning a big enough profit. Okay, that's part of the truth, dude. Ubisoft's development strategy is coming from a time where if you had more people working on the game, that meant that the game was going to be better. The fact is, bro, people talk about, it's like, well, games cost more than ever to make. Kind of, not indie games. Indie games are actually, like, the tools that you need to make a good indie game now are more, like...
advanced. The tools are getting better. The AI tools, you don't even need to hire voice actors. You can use your own voice, your own emotions, and then change your voice to sound like everyone you want to. You can change your voice. You can be the voice actor. You can find people on Fiverr that are good and pay them to voice some lines. You can find people on Discord, you know, like they're doing with the Minecraft movie. They need voice actors. They'll just find a community, okay? They'll cast people. So you don't need huge teams. What was he saying again? Hold up, let me...
more accessible than they ever have. Kind of, not indie games. Indie games are actually like...
Yeah, the tools have become more advanced for smaller numbers of people to make higher quality games.
The tools that you need to make a good indie game now are more they're more accessible than they ever have
and
been.
Advanced.
Whenever somebody brings
it evolved.
Up, like, well, games are more expensive than ever to make. My very next argument is
like think about the guy that made Schedule 1. It was one guy, and he hired a friend to make the soundtrack. That's it. Yeah, and it did better than Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Yeah, and the tools are more impressive than they ever have been. A large portion of gaming development is either completely automated, and you're talking about, it's not always completely automated. They need developers. Brother, these big gaming publishers are automating it regardless. They don't care.
Right.
And here's the truth, dude. It's not a sustainable business model. They either have to change how they develop games entirely, or they have to cut costs in order to survive. Ubisoft is probably going to get sold to Tencent.
They did already.
I think EA just got bought for $55 billion.
They have.
Insane. The fact is a lot of these big AAA gaming devs are either going to have to dissolve, or they're going to get bought by another company, and that will cause a collapse because there's too many of them. This is a warm take, but it should be a cold take.
Right.
Game pricing is a scam. Yes! Oh my, this is going into the last one, but I need to rant about this. Oh my goodness, I've been thinking this, and okay, we're gonna be crashing out here. You know what the argument for $70 games was? What do you think the argument was? The argument for $70 games is that they said not a lot of people are gonna have a PS5, and it costs so much money to develop a game for the PS5 that we have to recoup our investment, so we're gonna raise our prices to $70. That's all we had to do. We could actually raise it to $90. I remember when they said that, and we were okay with it, paying $70 for a new game. But you know what the kicker was? You found out that these games weren't actually next gen, they were current gen. This is what I mean.
So this is why PC is better, you see? You see how we are coming to my conclusion?
If your game is playable on the PS4 or it has a PS4 version, that game was a PS4 game that has a upgraded graphics mode. You are paying $10 for a performance mode, and for not even that, honestly. Brother, Elden Ring on the PS4 and Elden Ring on the PS5 are basically the same exact experience.
Right.
For the vast majority of people, I would just argue stick with your PS4. And that is the reason why they've catered to the PS4 so hard, because they can just charge $70. And here, it gets even crazier than this. It gets even crazier, because I can talk about how $70 games is a scam. If your game runs on a PS4, it should be $60 because it is a PS4 game, not a PS5 game. We can do that. We can do that. No. This next thing started, it didn't start because of Nintendo, but most people understood it now because of Nintendo. Digital games need to be cheaper than physical. There is literally no logical reason why that's not the case. You are scammed into thinking that you were crazy for thinking that. Well, why would a digital game be cheaper than a physical game? Because digital games are literally just software. It is literally just the key that you're given to get into the game. Oh, well, that's what physical games are now. Yes! And they did that afterwards because they realized that you guys took it hook, line, and sinker.
You see, they're not only just greedy, they're also stupid. They gave it away. So you can tell they are not, what am I trying to say? You have to be, in a way, stupid to be this greedy. You can be less greedy and make more money. But no, you need to have the right combination.
Truth. There's literally no manufacturing cost that is on top of actually developing the game and gaming development. So when you're buying a physical game, it actually makes sense for you to pay the standard price, because you're buying it because there was a development cost in making the case, making the disc, making the art, all of that. There's a physical thing that you have. Somebody had to make that. When you're looking at digital, it should be cheaper because you're getting less. You're paying the same amount of money. Well, it's for convenience. What do you mean?
Pay for convenience in digital? That sounds like someone that's working at the PR team. That doesn't sound like a consumer. What kind of mental gymnastics are you on? Are you against yourself? Are you self-destructing yourself? You like to do self-harm? What is that logic?
Actually, what do you mean convenience? You don't even own it. You're literally just leasing it out.
It's less convenient, actually. Here's what could happen, okay? Because games are becoming bigger and bigger. They could sell you digital on a stick, okay? Let's say it's not, but let's say this is a stick, okay? You plug it. It's physical. It's not digital, okay? You plug it in your computer on in your console, and you play the game in the stick, and you have enough memory left on that stick for save files, for modes, for all of the things, okay? You don't have to mess up with installing, with maybe updating, but updates can still get in the stick, you know? So they could sell you the space where the game can take place. You see, they can do that. You can do that on your own. You can install a game on an external drive, on a stick, and you can have the game installed on that stick, and when you want to play a game, you just go to your library. You don't put in the CD-ROM, you get a stick and you can play the game just like that. You don't have to uninstall, reinstall, manage space on your computer. You see what I'm trying to get at? This is what I'm trying to get at. This could be the future, but it's not happening for greed and stupidity. Okay, the first guy that is going to make this, and it could be GTA 6, but most likely not be. Yeah, they could make this and get a huge W. Yeah, it could be an innovative idea in the industry. First thing done, you know. They could do that and it could be amazing for everyone. I don't know about loading screen. Maybe they have to loading screens. Yeah, maybe they can do something about that with USB 3.0 or whatever 4.0 with incredibly fast speeds. Yeah, maybe they could make that happen. Alright, but that would be so much more convenient than having digital. And maybe, I don't know, you can have digital, you can own it, you can put it on a stick yourself, you know. You could also do that if you don't want to pay some extra price, but that's how society can go if they weren't greedy to a fault. Stupidly greedy. They are stupidly greedy.
What it is, by the way, they're trying to change that.
I forgot what he said.
Actually, what do you mean?
Oh yeah, that was good.
It should be cheaper because you're getting less. You're paying the same amount of money. Well, it's for convenience. What do you mean? Actually, what do you mean? Convenience? You don't even own it. You're literally just leasing it out. That's what.
Trying to make up excuses for $1 billion company, for $1 million companies. Come on. I hate those people, okay? Well, hate is a strong word. I don't go out of my way to inconvenience them, but I dislike these people. Can you not make excuses for the $1 billion company, for the $1 million company that is trying to milk us out of our hard-earned money? Okay, you're a consumer just like me. You don't work at the company, you don't own stock. Stop making excuses, okay? We deserve better. If you're a fanboy, if you're a soy boy, if you keep making excuses, if you have some sort of Stockholm syndrome, digital Stockholm syndrome, really, about the company, come on, what's wrong with you? Stop being such a fanboy and be more practical.
What it is, by the way, they're trying to change that legally. I remember when California wanted to introduce a law that changed it when you go to Steam. Instead of buy, it says get.
Alright.
That's why Apple does it, by the way. But no, like the point that I'm trying to make here, bro, is that digital games should be cheaper because it costs less money to make them, because you don't have to put in the construction cost of the actual materials.
Alright.
So that should be $10 cheaper. And you know how I know that's the case? Nintendo literally fucking did it. And here's the craziest part of the entire thing.
It's probably $20 cheaper, but they say 10. It will just give us a reason to raise the prices even more.
Did that by raising the price.
And for what? For what? For some backwards games that looks like they came out in 2015.
Is up, okay? They went from $70 to $80 base, okay? But then
for some decade-old looking ass games, they sell you nostalgia at double the price.
Said to get the digital, you can pay
if not triple. Come on, they are worth less than $30. They are worth less than $30, and they're charging you $19.
Then why, for the entirety of the previous generation, was it a standard to do 70, and then the digital was also 70? You knew this.
Because they got away with it. Because they knew they can get away with it.
This entire time, and that's what you did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. Pricing is a scam. This should be a ice cold take, and we should all just understand that that's what that is. For whatever reason, nobody brings it up.
Okay. Yeah, definitely go check this guy out. I had a lot of fun reacting to this to this video. I am going to disagree with his consoles are better. I don't know what consoles can be better at than PCs. Yeah, this one I disagree with. Respectfully disagree. But yeah, everything else, yeah, everything else highly agree. Yeah. I think we've watched enough. We done enough leeching from other people, I'll just call it. Yeah, we've done enough reacting. So, hold up, let me figure out stuff around in here. Okay, so I'll start Skyrim soon enough, as soon as I figure out how to get out of this reacting thing. Yeah, so we are 3 hours in, 3 hours of react content. Yeah, we're going to play some Skyrim right now. I'm going to boot up the game and go to the bathroom. Right, so let me just Control Z right here. I did a mistake. Let me just move the camera higher. You probably noticed it's smaller, a little, 100 pixels in each direction. So yeah, you probably didn't notice. 100 pixels is quite not that noticeable. You'll have to overlap and figure out that yeah, it's kind of missing 200 pixels in this direction. Man, I'm so used to mirroring. Yeah, I should probably mirror it again. Yeah, I don't know why I switched it. Oh yeah, I switched it so I can show you what's happening on my screen, but I can do that. Yeah, I can do that with the share screen. Yes, I'll probably mirror it again and have better hand coordination in the next stream. I'm not going to do that live now. What I'm going to do, however, is yeah, boot up Skyrim. I forgot how to boot up Skyrim. I have the program right here. I will be going to the bathroom. I will be right back in a minute, in a jiffy. I hate the fact that this melody is copyrighted and now I have to, because I let it play for so long, I'll have to go back in the video and mute the segment, and it's going to be annoying because it will take a long time, but yeah, it is what it is. How do I... Okay. So, where is the game capture? Any full screen application, and the Skyrim Special Edition, it's a full screen application, it better work, and it works. Yeah, great. He's back! He's he's finally back. Kill him before he remembers how to play the game. This is so funny. Hold up. I'm going to let it play. Kill him. Fast. Murder him. Such a warm welcome only for Skyrim. Oh man. Let's see, how do I progress with the game? The game in question. Right, where do I need to go? Hold up. Yeah, my bottle was bottled. So do I have to jump down there? Where exactly is that marker? Broken Horn Skies Incarnate. Alright, I am just going to jump there and jump attack. That's right, boy, I still know how to play this game. Surprised? You'd better be. Oh, come on, stop doing that. Here we go. Man, that staggered me a lot. Right. Oh, would you look at this? I even remember where my shield is. Can you believe it? Okay, I'm going to be crucial, alright? I'm going to let you aura farm for a little. Okay. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're done aura farming, let me know. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I'm also aura farming, okay? Can you see? Have you figured it out that I was actually aura farming all along? How did you spawn in here? Let's see, what do we have in here? I'm forgetting to loot them. It's a nice ring. I'm not going to use it, but it's unique, so... Look, I know how to aura farm. Okay.
What a revolting sight this hero of Malada became. Look at him, and remember how this man ended up. Someday, the same will happen to you. And until someone kills you, you will wander this wasteland endlessly.
Alright, why do you have to bring the mood down, my guy? Let's go to Malada, whatever that is. Not getting attacked immediately. No, I need to go back. What's happening in here? Underground Priory? Hold up. So what quest tells me to go? Where does the man ape sleep? Okay, so I'm going to keep... that quest enabled alone. Right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, now we're on the right path. Yeah. Oh, nice. I am so upset I cannot run with my shield. Alright. I'm going to stop the... If not stop, at least skip the song. Let's see, do we have anything more cheerful? Yeah, I don't think cheerful is... I'm just going to stop. Yeah, the music and let the game... Does it have any music, this game? Audio? Music, it does have music, this game. Okay. But I'm not hearing it for some reason. Alright. Okay, let's revive you. Come on, get up. Oh, that's a nice bow. I might want that nice bow. Golem the moon shooter. Yeah, I am too overpowered for this. Great bow of evil eye. I'll take it. And the vigilant mail breaker. And yeah, you can keep your clown armor. Well, to be fair, it's quite classy, but it's too classy, right? I'm doing a war in here, okay? I won't dress like a 15th century, 17th century pimp in Skyrim. No, thank you. Okay, do I want to level blocking? I guess not. Not one bit. Right, let's see it here. Alright, I'm getting too absorbed by this. This is actually quite easy. Right. Yeah, I need to focus more, and I'm forgetting to talk and react because yeah, I don't know why I haven't been playing this a lot. I'm getting too absorbed by these small details, trying to learn, trying to relearn things. Yeah, making the combat intentionally more complicated than it actually is. Alright. Oh, I cannot push you over, huh? Interesting. Can I walk here? Nice. Yeah. How much more content do I have about this game? Not too much. Alright. Alright, let's enter. And oh yeah, sprint attack. I haven't done one of those in a while. Another sprint attack. Oh ho ho ho! And the backwards attack now. That was nice. That was a double miss. Oh. Oh. Do I need to remind you that I know how to dodge? Here we go. Man, we're too overpowered. Can we do something about it? Hold up, let me see. Mod configuration. Wildcat. Okay, what? I believe I'm on apprentice. Right. We'll modify the damage taken to 3 times as much damage, and we are delivering half as much damage. But I can't modify it again until I go to mod configuration and which one was it? Wildcat, and here we go, damage dealt. we're doing half as much damage and we're getting 3 times as more damage as we're supposed to. Alright, so let's see it here. Man, seeing all of this really makes me want to play Elder Scrolls Online. But I'll probably return to that game after they do something about the overworld difficulty, because the game is easier than this, and look how easy this is. Yeah, they definitely have a problem with difficulty. They have it on game journalism difficulty, and it's the combat is not fun, it's just a chore at that point. At that point, yeah, I was playing Elder Scrolls Online for the story. Which is like saying I like to go watch movies for the popcorn. Right. They have good popcorn in that theater and nice comfortable seats. I mean, that's good. You'd want your cinema to have a good popcorn and comfortable seats, but that's not the reason you go there. You know, that's not the reason you play games. You play games to have fun. A good story is it could make or break the experience, right? Like, you probably won't enjoy watching a movie in 240 FPS from a screen grab that someone took in a theater, right? On your phone at work when you're supposed to be working. You probably won't enjoy that experience. You'll probably even give up on that experience. And yeah, that's kind of I'm trying to get at. Where did you come from? Never mind. Nice block. That was a nice blocking. Alright, let's see what else we have here. Oh. I'm doing half as much damage as I should. And taking 3 times more damage than I should. And they can barely notice it. I was trying to right click. Okay. I'm focusing way too much. I'm thinking ahead. Where is this quest marker takes me? I'm focusing way too much and not being entertaining enough. Oh, you do that, huh? We'll see. If this fight is actually a challenge or not. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. I'm giving this guy a lot of free space, you know, to do stuff and damage, and he just doesn't. I don't even cast the word. Oh wow. Okay, giving the shard, whatever, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's get in here. Alright. So at some point I'll have to fast travel back and go to sleep. Can just bypass the locks now, right? not really worth it, but yeah, whatever. At this point, 40k, 47k gold, yeah. I don't have anything else to buy, and I'll stop getting, I'll stop looting stuff to sell. I'll just get coins. I'm pretty much towards the end of the game. I'm not going to try hard at selling stuff. I'll just collect the cool stuff and put it in the chest, never to use it again. Alright, so I'll go through here and through here. Oh, yeah. I took a wrong turn, apparently.
Marok the Imga. It's been a long time. He hasn't changed since I met him in the Colovian jungle.
Hold up, let me eat a little
His face still looks just as stupid as then.
Do you know this Ingma? Who is he?
The prophet Marok. He had visions of Saint Alicia. He brought the stone into the imperial city and laid foundations for the Alician order.
Right. Looks like you and Maruk are old friends.
At that time, I still served the divines. I heard an alien bard sing a strange song at the crossroads about the Imga dancing with the apparition of Saint Alicia. When I asked him about it, he told me he had seen it himself in the jungles of Colovia. I went to see it with my own eyes.
Alright.
Normally, I'd laugh at such a story, but I felt as if it was my duty to go and see. Perhaps I felt like that because there was something strangely mysterious about that bard. Anyway, I went to Colovia.
And you found him there.
And I found it. I saw a dirty monkey smeared with blood, dancing with the illusion of Saint Alicia under the full moon. Their dance lasted until dawn. When the monkey noticed the morning sun, it stopped dancing and the illusion of Saint Alicia faded like mist.
Right.
The monkey saw me standing there in shock, raised a brilliant stone and said, "Take this stone to the tower."
What happened there?
You've seen what happened. It has all become as you see it now. Let's stop talking now.
Okay, so what do you what? No. Tell me what happened with the stone.
Just the stone, nothing else. But everyone kneeled before it, before its temptation. I still remember this as if it happened yesterday. But you held it in your hands too, and you swallowed it. Even once is more than enough.
So the Elysians used to have the stone. What happened to it?
It was lost during the War of Righteousness. Even the Daedra left us high and dry. When the Elysian Empire lost the stone, it crumbled soon after.
Right.
For we were not shepherds of our people. We were their enslavers.
What is the stone now?
Don't get so excited. It's still at the top of the tower in the center of the Imperial City.
Alright.
It won't run away now, not in these circumstances.
And what do you suggest to do with this Ingma?
Give him peace. I want it all to end already.
That's a peaceful way to saying kill him. And how would I do that?
It seems the army of order broke through the barrier. At last, Grey March will begin. You truly did well.
Alright. So let's get out. Or not? What now? What do you mean?
But will all end now. A millennia of pointless waiting will end now. I believed at first that someday Caesar will come and save us from the suffering. But I waited for thousands of years, and he didn't come. I opened thousands of sarcophagi, believing in the prophecy, but only poor imitations of the real thing crawled out of them. Where is Caesar? What is he doing?
I might be Caesar.
He will come. I should have known from the very beginning. I'm sorry, but I saw no other way. Let me show you the last way out and return. Now that Marek is dead, the central barrier should be weakened too. There is a mansion to the north of the Imperial City. The mad Kenish and Saul Drozel resides there. Kill him, and take his heart and key.
I see.
The key opens the gate to the center of the city, and the heart you will need to get into the tower. Hurry, Grey Marsh will be here soon, and it has the same goal as you.
Okay. Goodbye.
This is the end of my long walk. I will wait here for the end this old man deserves.
Very well. What? Oh. Oh, come on. Can you not? Oh, how did I end up in here? No. Here you go. Take this. Oh, that did a lot of damage. And checkmate. Yeah, both of them disappeared. Anyway, let's get out of here. What else do we have in here? Okay, let's get out of here. Yeah, so with the pier, that all of those points converged towards a point, towards a common place. Right, so maybe I can go here now. Right, and the rolling stone. Yeah. Yes, I guess I'll go complete the game, complete that, not the game, but the quest marker that's outside. Alright, how would I get there? Probably like this. How high can I climb? Alright. And then I'll just go through here like this. Okay, here we go. Oh, all of those crystals spawned in, and they are yeah. Okay, let's open this gate and see what's that mission over there. Hello. Baptist Menelayan. Alright, let's see what's swirling in this pool. Several souls are swirling in the tower. Would you like to merge consciousness with them? Alright, let's see, what do we have to do now? Also, do I have to level up? No, not really, not yet. What in the oblivion is this? Paravanya, the man bull. You mean the woman cow? Take the shard of Belharza. An elder scroll of the bull was added. And I exit the tower. Alright, and now Broken Horn Sky incarnate, so I'll have to go here and use the Elder Scrolls somehow. Alright. Let's go. Maybe I'll find a place to sleep so I won't have to. Alright, let me first get up. Okay, great. It's yeah, let me just go follow the yeah, I've been here before. Oh, and you see the moth things that helped me to use to read the first scroll could probably help me to Belharza, the son of Empress, was man. Some marks remain where Alessian filled what was the word that the man bull. Right. Was that easy? What's moving? Oh, this thing right here. Great. We'll go to Belharza's hidden chamber. Yeah, so those glowing butterflies are the ones that I used in Dawnguard, I believe, to read the Elder Scroll myself. Oh, those are brand new. Those are brand new. I haven't seen those before. Alright. Which one was it? 4? No, 5, 6, 7. Which one was telekinesis? None. Yeah, they look creepy. Yeah, let's continue. And here it is, the most generic NPC in here. Okay, I'm just running through those guys. They are nothing. Oh. Great, let's see. Just sneak them, just sneakily taking them out. Yeah, those are those butterflies again. The moths. Alright. And I believe this is the same effect they used in Dawnguard. Right. And the platform from the Eye of Magnus. And here is probably where I need to put the Elder Scroll. And it opens a gate somewhere? Question mark? Right, let me just quick save, just in case. Oh, I'm also auto-saving, yeah. Belharza the Bull. Please accept this, your majesty, and I'm going to give him the horn. Okay, he seems pleased. I didn't expect Alkos to send me his messenger. I guess gods haven't given up on me yet after all. Right. I already resigned myself to the fact that I could never live as my old self again. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Anything else I can steal from this illusion? Inquire Belharza's childhood. Investigate mirror and inquire Belharza's father. What is a portrait of me as my child? What an ugly form to have the blood of Ada flowing in one's veins means to be a monster like this. It was often rumored in the court that Alessia was unable to bear children and instead adopted an orphan Minotaur child. I was a young child at the time and I believed those rumors, fearing the people's disbelief and curiosity. I was always hiding behind my mother, right? But after my mother died, the Amulet of Kings recognized me. My foolish thoughts vanished as if in the blink of an eye. I understood then I was indeed the son of my mother Alessia and my father Morehouse. I am Belharza, the man bold. Right. I'm not going to read through all of those things. Right. Let's get out of here. Great, I've completed another quest. Right. Yeah, I've just got... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, oh boy. Oh, I'm tired. It's, yeah. The morning light comes through the windows. That's what I'm looking at right now. I started this during the night and now it's morning. How do I get out of here? Not healthy at all, but I'm barely recovering from the night shift. Yeah. And I'm starting... not starting the morning shift, I'm starting the lunch shift, you know, from the afternoon shift. That's what I'm trying to say. Right. Yeah, those things are not that dangerous. Actually, they're more annoying than anything. Can I disable this? I do not have the Hearts of Order. Let me guess. They drop it. Where are those NPCs? Don't tell me I cannot loot them. I can. Heart of Order. Another one. Okay, so I kinda get what I need to do. Need to loot them as fast as they drop. Heart of Order. You too. Heart of Order, and now I can overload this and stop it. What is the explosion? Oh, it was a... Yeah, great. I don't think I'm going to do this with every single one of those. Right. Let's go to the next. Oh my. Oh, My headphones are running out of battery. Give me a moment. Right here. Okay, great. I'm switching headphones. The earbuds are more comfortable. Yeah, after 4 hours I would have taken those heavier headphones anyway off because they are putting a strain on my ears. Right, let's see. I need to connect to the sound. Yeah, I don't think Skyrim will take kindly to me switching headphones. Yeah, that's what I'm not missing about Skyrim. This thing only happens in Skyrim. Don't tell me it crashed. I crashed the game and didn't save. Yeah, I think I'll give up here and try again in a few weeks, you know? Alright, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know if yeah, because this thing is quite annoying. I'll have to enter. Are you kidding me? I can't even close this game. Enter in task manager. Look out for Skyrim. I can't even see the task manager. It's so annoying. Oh yeah, this is so bad. This is so bad. It's not even the first thing. I'll just say S and delete, and hopefully that will delete Skyrim. No. Okay, another down, S, delete, S, delete, S, delete. Is it working? I think I've deleted my mouse. How is this possible? I don't see my mouse. Oh man. How would I even end the stream now? Man, this is annoying. Yeah, yeah, I have no clue how to do this. I think I've deleted the mouse. Oh man, Control delete task manager. Okay. Enter. Do I have my mouse back? No, it's gone. It's gone, and I have no clue how to end this, so I'll just power off the computer, I guess. Yeah, I can't even control the OBS. Yeah, I can't even turn the stream off. Yeah, I'll just try to shut down. Anyway, thank you for watching. Apologies for the rude interruption. It is what it is. I'm not returning to Skyrim anytime soon because of this. And when I will return, it will be different, right?